Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and today I'm going to talk about Mmai. I want to show y'all my NFT that I got. I want to show y'all the Twitter page and the news feed, what is going on with the updates with that. And, let's just check it out and see what's going on with Mmai. Mmai, in my opinion, is definitely a blue chip. What's up, Ash? Hello, hi. Hello, F Joe. Yo, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? Here, we're going to put on some music really quick. It's going to kind of be a short live today. I'm sorry I was late. Austin traffic got me. I even came and sat down and I still have my sunglasses on. I was like, oh, got to take those off. Austin traffic is wild. All right. But I had to go. All right, let's see here. Had to put some of that on. Yeah. Let's check it out. What is going on in the world of Mmai? So much going on with Mmai, y'all. Lena, 6 hours ago, she put up 9 more days to our new headquarters in California. Yep, they're setting up shop not just in South Korea, but also in California. So they're scaling, they're expanding. That's a good thing. You want to hear about that in a project. And this, I look at it more like a business. This project, it's more than crypto, for sure. More than crypto, more than just a metaverse. It's everything all in one, and I love it. Look at that. Some people minted this NFT for the Mmai Pure World, which is, it's a metaverse. This is so much that you can get with this. You can, we can make passive income. I have an ad stand. Somebody said it was called something else though, like ad, because the way it's set up. I'll show y'all here in a second. Y'all tell me what you think. But I'm loving this artwork that they're putting out. Joyful Crypto, shout out to you for always putting out some awesome tweets. Love it, love it. Dr. Crypto says there's nothing more important than putting your money into projects with a future. Mmai is focusing on delivering utilities to give investors something real to hope for. Do your own research and learn about this project. So, of course, always very active. The Mmai family have not let up. Mmai has not let up. The community is still strong and just moving right along, like Lena says, 9 more days to our new headquarters in California, another milestone to celebrate. Yeah, that is so cool. All right, let's see. What are y'all doing? What's up, Mara? How are you doing? How are you doing? Just woke up, and of course, you were streaming. I know. Next week, I'm just having 1 stream a day. I got to limit myself. I have a lot of research to do. About, a certain particular project that I really like, that I've gotten into lately. So if y'all want to know which one it is, hit that sub button and hit the like to the stream, because I'm going to talk about it next week for sure. Haven't been able to really dig into it and research it. And I'm going to really, really research it before I start talking about it, But there's one on my list that is another gem to me, like Mmai. We got Pure Chain coming out. We got Pure Wallet. We got a Pure World. Games. Oh, the gaming is phenomenal. Oh, look at that. See? Oh, this is neat. Anti-Ruck, where are you at? Normally you're here in the space cabin. That is so cool that you did that you put your We Are Eva NFT right there. Love the We Are Eva NFTs. Shout out to Mandox. Shout out to them. That's what I think is going to be really cool, is NFT projects. I'm that type of person. If I see an NFT, like in one of their art exhibits or in a building or on this billboard, I'm that one who will pull it up and look for it, and I want to check it out on OpenSea, and possibly I'll be able to get one as well if I like the artwork. But this is such good advertisement for Web3, like things in Web3, NFTs especially. I think it's going to be a new thing. By the end of 2023, we know there's going to be another wave of something in the crypto space. And I think it's going to have a lot to deal with crypto and NFT or metaverses and NFTs. Because we have play to earn gaming. Oh, the MMAI games are so, oh my gosh, they're so dope. I like my ad stand. That's what I got. That's something like what I got right there. That's what I got. Somebody called it like an ad clutch, I guess, because it's tucked away in a corner. So, I mean, that makes sense. I'm definitely going to advertise my space cabin shows on here. And I mean, if you're somebody who wants to advertise something else on the other side, let me know, hit me up. And we can chat. I will definitely rent out a space to you. Definitely rent out a space to you. But this mystery car, I mean, I was kind of torn between that ad stand and this because I love gaming. And so the car, woo, people that got the cars, that's so cool. Oh, that's neat. Oh, I think I heard somebody at the doorbell here in the space cabin. Who is this? The one and only Dr. Rob. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's up? What's up?
Man, I'm so excited about all that's going on with MMAI. I know you have a space tomorrow and are going to talk more about it, but I had to tell everybody like what I got and how excited I am.
You know what? Let's not even talk about this thing and what you got and what, because I'm a little salty about this. I'm trying to show myself here because I got on here. I'm a little salty because I wanted. You know what I wanted? I wanted to get these electronic building displays.
Mm.
It didn't happen, so now I'm gonna have to convince them for me to jump into there and buy when they come out with it. So
Oh, and you are going to, aren't you? I already know.
oh
You
yeah,
want
yeah.
one.
I already spoke to Austin. I'm like, hey, we need to do something. So from what I'm getting, we might get there. So I'm trying to get myself on screen here. And I don't know if my kids mess with my camera, but so far you're seeing my background and not myself. You see all black, right?
Now I see all black, yeah. Your kids,
Yeah,
are
so
your kids playing in the metaverse or somewhere?
yeah,
No,
I'm
you are.
lost in the metaverse somewhere. But yeah, I definitely wanna get some electronic building displays, maybe two or three of them. That's my
Ooh.
goal.
I mean, that's a good
Daniel
goal.
might be joining us.
Oh, yeah. Daniel, Daniel got a nice lineup of his. Ooh.
Yeah, I told Daniel I'll get that building from him because he got all Daniel said he wanted was there you go Daniel, right? Oh, I thought he came on because he said he might join us, but all Daniel wanted was stand billboard.
Mhm.
That's all he said he wanted. So I said, well, now that you got what you got, can I switch with you? All of us said now he loves what he got. He
Oh,
doesn't want to switch.
yeah, he's got a nice lineup. I was like, dang, when he was telling all of us in the space, that was fun that night. We all just went in there. It was late at night, y'all, when the reveal happened, and we were all there. We were like, we got this, we got that. How are you? Like the reveal and helping some people like reveal their NFTs, like showing them how to do it and stuff. That was so cool. Everybody was just super stoked, and we were all there. MMAI fam, strong, y'all.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Eddie.
we're a small community, but it shows what we're about. It shows
Yeah.
that we're there for each other, and we make sure everybody, like the folks who have Coinbase Wallet, Coinbase Wallet doesn't deal with Wallet Connect, so we had to make sure we get those folks taken care of, so they would definitely get on there, and that's what we're about. We're about doing whatever we can to make sure at the end of the day everybody comes out on top, because if we all win together, that's what it's all about. Especially we've been here struggling together from the beginning, And when we all can win together, I think that's what it's all about.
I know, just like sticking together and knowing what this project is about. Like we understand it, you know, we understand that. I mean, the same people, look at this page, you know, Dr. Crypto, they're the same ones that have been here. Worldwide Crypto, you have Chaka Crypto over here as well. You've been here since the beginning. Like it's strong. The MMAI community is growing as well. Oh, I lost him. Oh no. All right, Tim, what is up? Tim, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on through. And then we have Alfredo. Thank you for coming on through the Space Cabin. Y'all hit that sub button, hit the like. Welcome to the Space Cabin. Welcome. How much to rent out the stand for my OnlyFans? Oh man, that would be great. Watch me catch a deal like that though, for real. F. Joe's like, no, seriously. I don't know what. I think we lost Dr. Rob. I don't know what his connection. He was playing in the metaverse and he burnt out his connection or something. I don't know. Dr. Rob. Let's see. Oh, making true money in the Space Cabin. What's up? Funny and I've been missing streams, but it's okay. I'm glad to see y'all in here. That's what's up. What's up, making true money? What did you get? I know. I believe you said you were getting an NFT as well. What's up, Waddy? I know Waddy has a space at 6 p.m. tonight. So we are going to have to head over there and catch that. What's up, everybody? What's up, Beaver Lumber? What's up? Okay. Here we go. Our two guys were able to come on back. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. All right, Dr. Rob, now we see you. And then we got
I want to make sure y'all see my Golden State, man. We're winning tonight. Man, the camera was closed the whole time. My kids closed my camera. I was like, oh, it was closed. What's up, Daniel? What's up, baby?
Ding dong. Guess who's in the Space Cabin?
Yes, I know. I heard it click. I was like, oh, shoot. Who's here? That's what's up. I've been trying to get you in here for like a month, Daniel.
Listen, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a ride, girl.
It has. You're working too. You've been putting out content every single morning. Like Daniel's here. What time in the morning? 5, 6 in the morning?
It's 4 a.m. for you.
7. It's 7.
What is it? Are you 1 hour behind? You in Central?
I'm in Central.
Oh, yeah, you're 6 a.m. for you, 7 for us over here in Eastern. Yeah.
Jeez, man, that's early.
Monday through Friday, and Daniel hold it down, man. We're starting to build a nice crew over there because that's where we get our morning news from.
Yeah.
Been grinding it out, So just been grinding it out over there. Been working, Space Chick, but not as hard as you.
Oh man, I said 1 stream a day next week. 1 stream a day. My retinas need a rest.
I see you with all these promo videos out here doing your thing out here.
Oh man, I'm trying to check all these projects out. You got some good ones out though. You got some good ones out right now. We can flip it and make some good little quick cash right there and move on to our blue chips. Come back home with it.
You gotta hook me up with that Bear NFT project you got going on. I've been creeping on some of them spaces.
Yes. Okay. Tonight they're minting their NFTs. For real though, they're good people, y'all. They're good people. They would love MMAI. A lot of them actually have been liking some of my tweets. So they know what's up. NFT heads, they know what's up. They know the metaverse is where it's at. That's where I think NFTs and metaverse, they're gonna combine like no other. Like I'm talking about the arts, like BB NFT and like those, like for the art exhibits, for them to put up to advertise their projects. I think that's going to be a really big thing. And then we're going to be able to rent out our spaces. Like F Joe, he says, my only fan account, I have 1 subscriber. I'm pretty sure it's my girlfriend.
She keeping track of him.
Look.
Oh,
Look, he
man.
said, how much to rent out the stand for my OnlyFans?
Yo, F Joe, you gotta come see me, man. I got an electronic billboard, man. I can put you downtown,
he
baby.
just
I can
saying
put
that to
you
rub it in.
downtown.
Look at Dr.
He just
Crypto.
saying that to rub it in. Okay, Daniel, we know you got one of my buildings there. We know.
Yo, F Joe, come see me, man. I can put you in Times Square, baby.
Yeah,
There you go. Are you serious? Dang, Daniel, which one did you get? Show us.
He got one of these in the building, like there on a building, an actual building.
I got I got one of the big building ones, and I got 2 cars.
Ooh. Oh, guess what? Someone else just came through the Space Cabin. Look who just rang the doorbell here at the Space Cabin. Crypto Lounge. What's up, Crypto Lounge?
Oh, Crypto Lounge in the building.
That's what's up. Welcome to the
Hopefully you
Space
don't have
Cabin.
camera issues like I did.
I know, right? Crypto Lounge, you're on mute.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
There we go.
There we go.
Man, that kind of sucks. I hate that. I'm talking my ass off and nobody's hearing. That's crazy. What are you guys doing, man? Daniel, I think Dr. Rob, what's going on? Space Chick, how we doing today?
We over here, we mad at Daniel because he got an electronic building display, bro.
What you got? Yeah, see, Daniel, we need to talk about that, man, because I think I got something you might want. We got to talk.
Oh, yeah, I got something he want, not an electronic building display. I got a car.
Yeah.
One of my 3 cars.
Listen, I'm telling all projects right now on Space Chick Stream right now. I got an electronic billboard. Y'all can mess with these people if you want to, but if you want to be downtown, if you want to be in Times Square on a rolling billboard, come see me. I got the goods. I can hook you up, or you can be down there in the middle of the corner somewhere, not knowing where you're at.
Look.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Or you
Look
can
at
come
Daniel.
see me. You can come see me. I can put you. You can either be in Times Square, or you can be in Harlem.
So let me ask you. So, Daniel, you're gonna be running your campaign for office? You're gonna use a digital billboard for that? I think you're gonna use it for that, right?
I don't even want to run for office, man. The only thing I'm saying is,
office. We're giving office to Crypto Benny. Crypto Benny got 31 properties. 31.
The only thing I'm worried about is how many ads can I put on that sign as it's rolling through?
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. The opportunities are so amazing with these properties, man.
Hey, Crypto Lounge, let me ask you a question. You remember Daniel saying all he wanted was a stand ad, the one like by the bus stops, because he had the different angles to advertise? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Why now he pushing electronic building display is the best thing? Yeah. I mean, I will buy him a booth or a store for that electronic building display.
Yeah, I gotta tell you this. That ain't what I said though.
That's a hell of a deal, though, Daniel. That's a hell of a deal.
No, that ain't no deal. No. You see, what I said was I wanted one of those electronic billboards and one of them stand billboards that Space Chick got with the 4 sides on it, so I could roll my ads through there. Like this bear project that Space Chick got that I'm trying to get on. I
got you. Yeah.
Space Chick got what you wanted, Daniel?
Well, I wanted that and the electronic billboard, but I ended up with 2 cars. But see, as I started to reevaluate this situation, we all got to reevaluate these situations. I started to see the values of these cars, and let me tell you where I'm at with these cars. You guys want cars. Because somebody like me with that big, huge downtown billboard, Times Square, I'm going to get monthly income off of that, right? If you got a car,
my billboard.
If you got a car, you literally could be getting income by the hour.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
From someone like me, though. I mean, it's amazing, those cars. I can't wait to see what you got. Yo, I gotta say what's up to Tim.
Do
No, I don't. I have that ad stand.
I got 3 cars. I might be able to switch you a car for that stand.
I don't know.
Let the people call my people. We gotta talk.
Yo,
Hey, XXI, he got a car lot. I don't know if y'all know this, but he's got a used car lot.
Yeah, he does.
So Benny got 14 cars.
Wow. Hey, I might need to talk to him. You know, I got this rental service. You know, we putting up in the world.
Yeah.
So we might need to talk about that. We'll get them cars rented out.
The only thing I know is this: Crypto Benny and XXI gonna be running Ubers in the metaverse.
Man, that's a lot of cars, man.
Yeah,
and my man Clef, he's gonna get the garbage truck, and Waddy's getting the school bus. Waddy's gonna have a TA school bus.
That's messed up. That's jacked up, bro. See, Daniel, you ain't right, bro.
Waddy, you're in the chat. Say something. Say something back if you want to.
Waddy, you gotta get him, bro. You gotta get him.
Waddy gonna have the TA school bus out there. He gonna wonder why all the kids is walking to school.
That's messed up. You're not right, man. Say, Waddy, you gotta get him, man.
Oh my god.
Yo, Space Chick, you missed it. Like you missed it on Tuesday night. We had a dude come through the Twitter space called Black Rain. If you ever see him in the Twitter space, don't ever bring him up. Yo, him and Waddy got a bet going on, and if Waddy loses the bet, Waddy's got to change his Twitter handle to Waddy Waddy the Black Rain Crypto Hunter.
Oh no way!
Damn.
That's what y'all were talking about. I was like, when would he change his name?
That was probably a very long.
Yeah, he got to change his profile picture too. He got to put the frog up there.
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yeah, and this dude, Space Chick, he was a director for HBO, a professional trader. And he knew people with millions of dollars getting ready to dump it in Pepe. He called Polkadot at its early stages.
Oh,
and
he was on fast money too. He was a regular on Squad Box. Remember that, Daniel?
He was still on the Twitter space.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's also a neurosurgeon. You gotta remember that. Astronaut too. Remember, he was an astronaut.
Well, hold on. He had 500,000 in Pepe. He made 500,000 in Pepe, but he only had 300 followers.
Yeah, and he couldn't sell it. You remember? Hey, ooh, I didn't even realize that. You remember when he told us he couldn't sell? That's what was funny to me.
Yeah, he said, I got 500,000 in Pepe, I can't sell it.
That's when I was done. I was like, what the hell?
Oh my
we got a lot of folks checking in up in here, yo.
I know. Look. Thank you, Tim, for the super chat.
What's going on, everybody?
Man, Warriors all day.
Hey, F. Joe said he repo cars. Can he repo in the metaverse?
Yeah.
As long as he don't get one of my 3 cars, I'm trying to give one to Space Chick for that billboard.
I know. I'm like, damn, you took that quick. You took that a little too quick. Now I gotta think about it.
You know we're gonna have a game, and you a gamer. You gonna need a car for that racing.
I know.
You don't need a car, Space Chick. Space Chick, you don't need a car. Come see me. I'll make sure that you have access to a vehicle whenever you want it.
Oh, was I playing a Daniel video here to get him some hours? Where's the X button?
Uh-oh. You didn't piss Dr. Crypto off. He's going to shut you down.
Yo, Space Chick, I got you. Don't worry about it. I have everything you need right over here.
You do.
Hey, so you cutting into my business, Dan. You know I got the Crypto Land's rental service now. You cutting into my profits, brother. Now I'm about to come do something to your cars now.
I'm about to tell you, Benny, his 14 cars ain't getting rented because Daniel trying to get everybody.
Yeah. Daniel's straight cutthroat, man. Just cutting into all my business.
Yo, he is set up for real.
Yo, F. Joe, yeah, you can repo stuff in the metaverse. I got a school bus and a garbage truck. I need you to go repo.
Hey, I know the garbage truck is Clef. Who got the school bus?
Why?
Man, I hope nobody gets a school bus. Please.
You know what? I think the cars are like They can't give them the names because of copyright violations.
Yeah.
We're gonna have stuff like Bentleys, stuff like Lamborghini Light, and we may have monster trucks. Austin did say we might have monster trucks. What I told him is it'd be nice if we paid some MMAI coins to have our car where it could morph. Let's say you get on rough terrain, you could switch from a sports car to a monster truck. That'd be nice to be able to do that. But you know me, I love Fast and Furious. I want to be able to push a button and get that nitrous oxide going on and go real fast. That's what I want. I'll pay for that if they have that as upgrades.
Well, if you see a car flipping all over the place, we know that's Dr. Crypto.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I see XXI. I see XXI in the chat, man. I just want to congratulate him on his Uber purchase.
That's a lot of cars, man. And you guys said somebody had 11 cars? What you said, Crypto Benny?
No, what's his name? Crypto Benny got 14.
14, God damn.
He got 31. He got 31 properties altogether. That's about $22,000 based on the price. That's pretty good.
I mean, that's just at the current time. You know, this stuff is going to appreciate. You know what I mean?
That's based on what he might have paid for them, based on when we were selling them. But you know what? And one thing we should have expected. There's 1,500 cars. So out of 1,500 cars, we definitely would have had more people who minted, who revealed more cars than anything else, right? And we only sold 300 something properties altogether. Now, having said that, the fact that I had 5, I expected a building display. I'm gonna have nightmares on this display.
He got mad when that rolled by on the screen.
No, you know what though? I mean, Dr. Crypto's right. I expected more cars too. I only got one. You know, and out of the 4 that I did purchase, I got one car, and then I got a lot of ads. I did expect to get the big billboard, which I was really wanting that. I got the big billboard and 2 stand ads in the car. I thought I was going to get like 2 cars. I got the large.
How many you had altogether? 3?
No, I got 4. I was going to get. I should have went.
You got a billboard?
Yeah, bro. I got the big billboard. Yeah, and I got 2 stand ads and a big billboard and then the car. So I'm good.
Oh my God, you got 2 stand ads too? Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
He's like, this is messed up. And then this is what Daniel got, y'all.
That's me right there.
So see, Daniel, I'm gonna say we got to talk about that. So I got 2 stand ads, bro. I'll give you a stand ad, bro.
Like I said,
I'll give you a stand ad for an office, Crypto Lounge.
What do you say?
I'll take a stand ad for a booth or a store. I got one of those. I'll switch you for a stand ad.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take you. You serious about that?
Yep, I'm good. Look. Out of all the properties, I didn't want an office. I didn't want a store. I didn't want a booth. The reason I wanted the electronic building display is because I've already set myself that I'm a realtor. I'm used to cold calling.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to cold call every business to get advertisement for those building displays. So now my goal is, and I see Fan in here. What's going on, Fan? How you doing?
I know what's up, Fan.
What's going on, Fan?
Yeah, we love you.
I want to definitely get an opportunity for us, even if it's a 72-hour sale, like once they come out, give us a chance to go in there and scoop up what we want at a flat price. Let's say we're selling around $750. Let's say all properties for sale at $750 for 72 hours. Man, I will grab 3 of those like yesterday's business, yo.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm about to talk to you about that though. I think I want to do that trade with you, brother. Go ahead, Dan.
Gotta say what's up to Fan. Gotta say what's up to my man Big Watch. I see you guys all in the chat. I hope you guys are just as excited as we are, you know, about this reveal, about what we got, and man, what a great feeling. You know, a lot of metaverses are opening, but not a lot of metaverses are allowing you to own property or display ads, right? Yeah. Because you know they're keeping that in house, right? Which is, you know, business move for them, right? Keep that in house. But man, what an opportunity we have to be able to own these things and be able to do our own thing with them, right? So that's why I think we can sit around here and joke about it and be so happy about it, because we all see the opportunity, right? There's opportunity here that not a lot of people have. So blessed to have the opportunity, blessed to be joking around with everybody and playing around with everybody about this stuff. But I don't think there's a bad drop in the drop. And me and Crypto Lounge talked about this for a lot. You couldn't get a bad reveal. No,
you're right.
So
that's true, Daniel. And I mean, I joke about it all the time, but I think like everybody had, like, I remember from the get-go, XXI said he would like to get a store so he could have a shirt, clothing line in there, right? So everybody has their mind of set their mind what they'd like to get their hands on. But I would have loved the electronic building displays, and I'll go for them. But that doesn't minimize the ones that I do have, because the fact that they're going to have a marketplace for us to put all these properties in so other people can rent them from us. Every single one of these properties, especially the car, there's so much value in the car because it's tied to a game. I hope people understand that. We own the cars. MMAI owns the leftover cars. Anybody who comes to play that Fast and Furious game or any other game where they want to drive around the metaverse, they're going to have to pay us in tokens to do that. So we'll be making money off these properties just sitting there, whether we use them or not.
Yeah.
This is a good question. Do y'all want to answer this?
For that. See, MMAI's plan right now. Okay, we were talking about the casino, so they put that casino in there, but there's no set plan for MMAI to create its own casino yet. What I would really like for them to do is partner with a company that's already doing a casino in the metaverse. Because I remember Dr. Nestle said he had gone into D-Land's metaverse, and he sat at a blackjack table in a casino. So a company like that already has casino in the metaverse. So if we could just reach out to a company that's doing that and let them come and have the one in our metaverse, that'd be great. So right now we don't have a set plan to have and to build an actual casino from scratch with the licensing and all that. It'd be so much easier. Why reinvent it when somebody else is doing it, to have them be inside our metaverse, right?
Yeah. I think casino gaming is gonna be one of these things that push these metaverses forward. Casino gaming's huge. There's a lot of money in it, and to be able to do that in a metaverse, I think is a big deal.
The gaming is gonna be big for sure. Blackjack, I'll be there. What's up, diamonds and rubies? Hello. Hey, Space Chicken, everyone. She loves MMAI. She loves it. She said, whenever I got the NFT, what did you get? What did you get? She's invested in MMAI, so she didn't get to get an NFT, but she's definitely going to be scoping out the OpenSea. Do you think anyone's going to put anything on there?
There's some there now.
Well, I said this a while ago. I said, when we were first talking about the reveal, and people were asking, was there going to be price action on MMAI during the reveal? And I said no. But I said, even during the minting process, you're not going to see price action on a token, right? But what you may see is price action on OpenSea. You may see some people that are happy with what they have and they're selling it at a lower price than what you value it at, and you go in there and swoop it up. You may see somebody with, 5-6 keys to the city not see the value in holding 5 or 6 keys to the city, and the next thing you know, you got keys to the city on OpenSea, right? So, I kept telling everybody, when we do this and we actually mint these, keep an eye on OpenSea, because that floor price is going to come up, it's going to go down, it's going to do whatever it does, right? We can't control that, but you may be able to get some things on the cheap, because people aren't always smart, right? So you might be able to grab some stuff on the cheap on OpenSea, like a store or an office building or something like that, and you may end up being happy with your purchase right there.
Guess what? Let me tell you a little more. I'm glad we're on a stream so folks can hear this. There's a lot of folks that see our excitement and wishing they had bought, right? If you go on OpenSea right now in our collection, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keys that are for sale. Now, some folks are smart. They got it at 13 ETH, right? But somebody who had one at 1.5 ETH or 1 ETH reduced it to 0.9 ETH, right? That's number 69. And I remember they were fighting over that number. I don't remember who, but one thing I think they should do, we got one at 0.9, we got one at 1.5 ETH, we have one at 2 ETH, and then it starts going from 4.9 and up. But the first two, the one at 0.9 and 1.5 ETH, if they actually told us which property was attached to that, I think they would actually sell those a lot faster. Like that 0.9 ETH, if that's an electronic building display, I might grab that for 0.9 ETH.
But the thing about it is, Doc, they might not even know.
Well, no, now they should know. They'd be able to check
if they checked it, right? Because that one for 0.9 ETH has been sitting up there since the sale of the NFT.
That one is 4 hours ago. The longest one is 28 days ago, which is 1130 for 5 ETH. But this
they bumped that up?
Yeah, they bumped. Yeah, I mean, once we revealed, a lot of them bumped the price. But the most recent one is 4 hours ago, which changed because it was on there before that at one ETH or a little more, but it's at 0.9. If that, depending on the property attached to it, somebody might grab that, because you got to remember this: you're getting $100 of blockchain coin, right? That $100 of blockchain coin, if you believe in MMAI, you have to believe there's gonna be some type of price action with the project sometime in the future. Okay, there should be. We would hope there would be, right? Let's say we could have, for some reason, everything go well, and we happen to fall on a 10x sometime. That $100 blockchain coin is $1,000. That's already that, and then some, or whatever you paid. Keep in mind, we paid average about $700 for these keys to the city. The key has the key in it, the $100 blockchain coin, the property, and at this point, they're still selling it with all those things because they haven't minted the property, so it's still attached to this purchase. And then you have all the metaverse perks, the voting, the positions you could hold that are paid positions. All that's included in those keys. So 0.9 is a very good buy for somebody who came late into the game.
Can you drop that link and I'll pull it up, the OpenSea one? I can't find it on the website.
Yeah, the one that has our stuff, it wouldn't be there. Let me copy. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
I like that. I know somebody will want to take a look at it for sure.
Yeah. No, that's a steal. I just put it for you.
Thank you. Yeah, let's check it out, y'all. I'm gonna have to bring it from my Google Chrome on over here to this other. Let me see here.
But yeah, like I can see properties coming out on OpenSea. Like I can see that. Now, what that price would be, I don't know. So what's a deal for me might not be a deal for you, right? Yeah. So
no, you're gonna see some extraordinary prices. I think we already see one. I think the last time I looked, 15 ETH. I think for a key.
They reduced it to 13 ETH 4 days ago.
Yeah, see,
no, there's something coming later on that. I mean, I'm not giving it up for chump change. I'm holding on to these, and then later on, all I need is one key. The other keys, after I strip everything off of them, if they're getting them into the red light district, they're gonna have to buy my key for good money to get in that red light district.
Yeah. No, I think somebody mentioned what was it, OnlyFans earlier? I think before I jumped on. What the hell? It's like, hey, we need to let people know though. We need to let people know that if you do sell your key right now, your property is gone too. So nothing is bifurcated right now. So just be careful, guys. If you sell your key, your property's gone. So
if you sell your key right now, your property's gone, your key's gone, and $100 of blockchain coins are gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you wait for you to mint out the property, now it's split, and you have the key to the city and the $100 blockchain coin that's attached to the key to the city, and then you can sell your property separately.
See, that's what's crazy about, like, I think it was a Space Chick is at it. That's number 69, right?
Yeah.
See, that's crazy because there's a property attached to it and it's for sale, and whoever's doing it, I guess they just don't care. So, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? 0.90, almost an ETH or whatever. But just know, man, you never know. You could have a store. Yo, we don't even
That's
know if anybody's got the arena yet, right? So that could be an
I wish they
arena
would tell
that
us
they're
what the
giving away
tax
from
is.
0.9,
Oh, they'd be so mad.
I know. You got to be careful putting them for sale, guys. I would wait until everything's separated.
Oh, so that's 1,684. See, that buy right there, it looks like it's high because we paid about 650 to 750 for ours, but this is after the fact. This 1684 for this 0.9 at the current price of ETH is a gift compared to what we'll sell these things for once they're in full motion, once you're using the metaverse and people see the value behind these keys. And
Yeah,
it's got
that
the
thing-
proper attached.
that thing will be gone tomorrow because Rob's over there doing math.
He is.
It might be gone. Hey, it may be gone tonight. Let me tell you, it's looking real yummy.
Right, Crypto Lounge, shoot, I'm grabbing it now. What you talking about?
Hey, see? Yeah, but this is
any which way, it's still 69.
yeah. We already know, Dr. Rob. You already clicked that button, bro, and I don't blame you. I don't
know.
blame
I
you,
need
bro.
to refresh it. It'll be gone.
That's the beauty about owning number 69. You can flip that thing upside down. It's still 69.
Whoa. No, we gotta keep it PG. We gotta keep it PG, baby.
Oh my god, I can't. I wonder which one came with that though. Watch it, man. If that's an arena, do they know if the arena was minted out? Can they tell in the back end, like, hey, it was minted out?
Yeah, that's the thing, Space Chick. You
saying.
don't know. We don't know. So they're putting these up, and there can be some very, very cool properties attached to it. So that's really risky. And we talked about this on your show.
Even 0.90. 0.90. What is it? $700. Let's just round it up. $700, right? Let's just say it's a car, right? Over the course of 12 months of you renting your car out, you don't think you're gonna make $700 when the game's out?
Yeah, I think you can do that with one car, bro. You know what I'm saying? When everything gets rolled out,
You just think about it for a minute. You don't think that $700 you can make in 12 months off of renting a car out from people playing in a video game who didn't get a chance to buy a car?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
see, this is what we need to understand, bro. This is a business atmosphere, and it's gonna be fun and games, but this is business, bro. We're talking about making some pretty decent money, especially with the ads, because ad revenue is king. Everybody's got a brand, everybody's got a business, and virtual traffic is going to be enormous in the future. So I mean, if you got an ad and you get that rented, you're gonna make a lot of residual income from that, just like a stand ad or a billboard ad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and I was saying this.
Check out who's here, y'all, in the space cabin. We got Austin.
Hey,
what's going on?
I know Austin's not here, but Austin said they can see what's been revealed in the back. So Austin, has anybody said if they see an arena revealed and they're not telling us?
I haven't gotten any word about an arena yet. And I would have if something got revealed and it was that big, I definitely would have been told. So yeah, no arena at this moment. It's a long shot anyways, but I mean, I'm still waiting. I don't know if everyone's fully minted. I haven't got word. Jay Hung was going to tell me if everyone fully minted, and I haven't heard back from him yet. So that means that not everyone's revealed their NFTs yet.
It's out there. I think somebody minted one for sure, man. If I didn't get no electronic building display, somebody got an arena.
Salty as hell.
Yeah.
And I was saying this in
He's
Telegram.
so salty.
Yeah, we can't live in that saltine crackers over there. But
He's so happy about his billboard, Daniel.
Like I said, if you guys want to advertise in Times Square, come see me. I have the goods.
I got two. I just to one up you. I got two of them. So
Be quiet, Austin.
He's pitching his sale.
I take that back. Fan has one. I got the other.
Hey, Daniel's cutthroat, Austin. He's cutting all of our income, bro.
Yeah.
He's cutting into my little rental business. He already cut me on that one. He's cutting everybody.
But like I was saying, I was happy to stop by Telegram today, and we had this conversation in Telegram today. Like MMAI is doing something different. It's a business, and not a lot of people that are in this echo chamber of cryptocurrency can really understand that and appreciate that, right?
the direction that MMAI is moving is strictly, you know, it's all about business. This is why you see the excitement around the reveal, the excitement around, you know, being able to make some money in the metaverse for average people like us. You know, the way that they're moving with the blockchain and being able to, you know, revolutionize that space. I hate using that word, but I can't figure out another word for this, blockchain. And being able to use that and roll that out to businesses and cryptocurrency at the same time, the wallet and all that stuff is very in the e-commerce stuff that you can do in the wallet and the metaverse is something that nobody's really doing on a scale that MMAI is talking about doing it right now. And I think this is where kind of people, their mind needs to shift from this current cryptocurrency world that they're in to now you're invested in a business, so you have to treat it like a business, and it's very different. And you don't invest in MMAI like you invest in Pepe. They're two different types of investments, and you got to understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where kind of a lot of people are getting hung up right now with MMAI. They want it to be this traditional cryptocurrency that they're so used to, and that's not it. That's not what it is. It's a business.
It is a business. It is a business. It's straight up business. They're even opening up something else in another headquarters in California, right? Like scaling. It's serious.
1 week from 7 days from today. Or well, I mean it's gonna be this weekend, or next weekend. But I'm heading down there in 7 days, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Cliff and I, we're flying. We're going to Cali, baby. This is my first time.
Going back to Cali
on Wednesday. I'm going back to
Cali. Yeah.
He's gonna be in their ear like, hey, so what about a billboard? Someone said he was throwing dice in his alley that he's in with his brick wall back there, Dr. Ross.
Awesome. But Cliff asked for it. I had to put the background back up.
Yeah, no, he needs to take off that disrespectful hat.
I knew he was coming, yo. I had to put it on here because we're winning tonight, baby.
That's awesome. Oh, y'all are super stoked about MMAI. Like we got the MMAI games as well. We haven't even touched on at all. That is wild. I'm excited about those. The games.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Hell yeah.
I'm loving it.
MMAI games right now is the hottest thing going in MMAI right now. You see the trailers for that.
It is.
As far as what people can actually participate in right now, MMAI games are just that shooter game is crazy.
No, I like that new map. I can't wait to see the new map. And hopefully, I think I asked Austin about this the last time we were talking on the space. We should get that PvP, right, bro?
I think so. We had it in the last one. We didn't release that portion of it. We wanted to build out a little bit more, make the map a little bit bigger before we put it out there. But that thing's already ready to rock and roll, I think, and we could probably get it on the next update. Like I said, I can't guarantee it, but I'm gonna definitely let the team know that we want it, because I would love to go in there, talk some smack and shoot up some MMAI family. I probably shouldn't say it like that on stream, but you know what I'm saying, like game wise.
It is what it is. Yeah, it is.
Someone's gonna clip it.
Nobody, just don't shoot me in the ass, okay? I don't have any ass left because of the other videos that I've been in. But
Space Stick, you didn't catch that in the video. I caught it, and that's why me and Crypto Lounge joke about this. He posted a video update for the game. He posted a video of him getting shot in the ass.
Hey. We were not supposed to bring this back up. See, Dave, we agreed not to bring this back up. I don't know what's up with the game, man. Every time I'm running around, I get shot in the ass a lot. I don't understand.
Oh my God.
Guys? Hey, I can't wait. I had a conversation with Austin, and the goal is to actually bring these things out in full version, since we already got a taste, and I like that idea. I can't wait for that full version, especially when we can monetize it. And we know that's why we won't see some of our utilities yet, because we need the blockchain first, because a lot of these things will be based on the MMAI coin, not the token. So I can't wait for that, because I told you I got 3 little jailbirds here. Their room is set up. for them to make me money and get me all the money I spent on them back playing these games.
I know it. I have a wallet set up for my nephew, and I'm just gonna make him sit around and play this video game and see how much money he can make me, because that's gonna be his.
So cool.
That's gonna be his job.
Hell yeah! You're like, I'm gonna pay you all summer. Just sit here. Hey, you're a badass uncle. I should get Gabe to do that. I should get my nephew.
They get to play games. That's what they want to do anyways, right?
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world.
If you want to play video games all day, let me show you how you can get paid.
Yeah. Get me
paid,
what's so cool? And then I'll pay you a little bit.
Yep.
You know what's so cool about this platform? You know, we're segueing to different parts. A lot of what we're talking about can be like just a singular aspect of another project. That's it. You know, the gaming. Most people just have games. You know, we went from talking about the pure world to the game, and then of course, you know, we're going to talk about the wallet too. I mean, there's so much going on, bro. It's under one umbrella, and then the blockchain, and then the things that are going to come off of the blockchain. Not just one blockchain, multiple blockchains. There's a lot of shit going on, man. It's very interesting.
And something that Dr. Rob touched on, I want to go back to too, is like, people got to understand, like, they want this right now, but you know, releasing it with the blockchain makes all the sense in the world, right? Why would you release something and then have to re-release it when the blockchain comes out, right? Like, why do the work twice? What you know, why not just do it right the first time and get it on the blockchain and get it moving and get it to where its final resting place is going to be anyways, rather than, you know, having people go through bridging things and things like that causes a lot of people anxiety, you know. So why do it? You know, why do it when you could just wait a little bit longer and get it done right the first time? Doesn't make sense. It makes sense. It makes perfectly good sense.
Yeah, to add to that, Daniel, I jumped on the Telegram because there was somebody asking for the devs to come out with AMA and give info, and I'm like, one, this is not the time for us to come out and say anything. Say anything about what? It's best to let them work and come and tell us something when they got something ready to go to tell us. And right now, I would say for the next 2 weeks, besides the fact that we have the headquarters unveiling at the end of next week, which I can't wait for. Besides that, and that's going to be big news. I'm going to see if depending on the layout, if I can have a Twitter space going, I'll make sure everybody can hear what's going on in there on Twitter. If Awesome can stream or record, he'll have it on YouTube there or later on. Besides that, what's going on in the space right now with unspoken meme token? We want insert meme token here. We won't say which one. I don't think any project needs to do anything. I think folks see our price action and they're like, oh my God, they're not saying enough. Why they're not all over the place talking about this project? We couldn't get holders right now if we paid them to come in, because everybody's chasing one direction. When all that hype calms down, they're all coming back and new ones are gonna come with them. I'd rather wait for our utilities to speak for us than for us to feel like we're in a disadvantage. In fact, let's all enjoy the ride everywhere we can. We diversify, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you right now, man. I've never been worried about the price of this token because I'm more excited about the outcome and everything, coming to fruition, everything developing properly, because it's so multidimensional. There's a lot of product here, a lot of brain power going on, games, wallets. I've just never been, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I just don't really care about the price. I bought the bag, I got NFTs, I'm good. I don't worry about that action, man. I'm just so enthused about the product and what's to come. That's just me though.
And I agree, with you 100%, because I don't really worry about the price either, because I know what's coming, right? And you know what it's going to do. And a lot of our price action for the things that we have coming for this token is not going to be driven off of holders or the number of holders you have. It's going to be more of a transactional type of thing, especially when you become a coin, right? How many transactions you making on that blockchain? How many times you moving that coin, and even in the wallet, like, people forget the long-term plan for this wallet is to open this thing up to e-commerce, right? So they're going to be, making transactions inside this wallet too. Well, if that's Mmai coin that they're making transactions with, or anything like that, that's more volume, that's more price action, right? So our project's built off of utility, It's not necessarily built off of, having, 200,000 holders. There's a difference. And this is why you got to know what you're invested in and the difference between the two. And Rob's right. Like right now, everybody's chasing everything in one direction. So, you're not going to see a lot of positive price action. And if Polygon's under $1 right now and Bone's under $1 right now, what makes you think you're going to see positive price action in any other token outside of the one that everybody's chasing? And it's cool. I think people should diversify their portfolios and do what they got to do. And you know what? If people feel like they need to, move some money around, that's okay too. That's your money. You do with it whatever you want to do. And, you don't ever got to hear anything from us. But if you got a good, solid project and your utilities are good, people will come back. The project itself will stand on its own. You only worry about it when you're worried about what you're producing. If you're worried about what if you're not worried about what you're producing and you have a good product, you're not worried about a little dip. You only go crazy when you're not confident in what you're presenting to the people. That's just how I feel about that whole situation.
That's fact.
No, and if you're a real investor, you buy this deal. This is when you scoop up this deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're a real investor like me, you say, how low can it go?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What Dr. Rob? I like what Dr. Rob always say. I'm greedy. I love to be greedy when I see a dip. Because this is a magnificent, exclusive dip, if you will. Just think about it, man. I never thought we would see this type of dip in a lot of projects, but that just shows you the pull that a lot of the meme coins have, man, in the space. You guys know how I feel about it, but I got to admit it, man. The pool is extraordinary.
And our community is amazing. Like if you look at the community that MMAI has, they're small, but man, are they ever just amazing, right? Like they stick together. They're always together. If you throw up an MMAI space, you know who's going to be there, right? They're amazing. They support. In the Telegram, for the most part, everybody is good. Everybody's positive. Even with the reveal, everybody was okay because we had to wait a little bit extra time, which was no big deal, but everybody was cool. Everybody was good. Everybody acted like adults. We didn't have people acting like children and going crazy. So it just goes to show you what type of community we have. And, it's good. We're good. And I guess that's the best way to say it is we're just good.
We got to give props to the entire MMAI team, bro. From the bottom to the top to the top to the bottom, and every time we have these announcements and things are said to be done, it's done. And if there's a hiccup, man, it's quickly remedied. So, man, hats off to the whole MMAI team, all the way from the top again to the bottom. You, Austin, everybody, bro. Let them know, man. We appreciate it, bro.
Oh shit, Space Chick, you got memberships?
Huh, I do. Y'all, thank you so much. Awesome, Austin, for becoming
I didn't know until I was sitting here and I was like, oh shit, she got memberships I gotta join. So
thank you so much. Whoa, we got somebody else in the space cabin, y'all. Guess who it is? Look, Crypto Smith.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up,
boys and girls?
Full house tonight.
I know.
We got Sean in the house.
The showstopper right there, Crypto Smith.
I thought I'd pop in and say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing?
We're
Good.
Doing good, brother.
I just wanted everybody to see this. I got some fake Lakers jerseys. Here's what you do with these, Austin. You just pitch them and clean the floor with them.
Hey, you already bought it, man. You already bought
my
it.
son. I don't know. I'm disowning him if the Golden State Warriors don't win.
I have a feeling they have to obviously change up their offense because right now they're not even guarding half the team. So
no, they'll win tonight. They better win tonight.
No, I don't think
so.
Bro,
I'll tell you one thing. They better guard Looney because he went crazy.
Yeah, man, 20-something boards. Yeah, that
just keep letting Poole shoot, and we're good.
No, tonight they're gonna wake up. Those threes all going in tonight.
They went in last time, dude. They made 18 threes, 6, 12, 18 between those three guys, and they still lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, Doc, I rock with you, right? But sometimes when you're wrong, man.
Pretty good game tonight. I'm nervous. I get nervous for these games. I don't even play them.
Golden State and 6, baby. We're not even going to game 7.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. You got Steph Curry at home. I'll be kind of worried too.
They said that game 1 too. They said that game 1.
Right? Like I said, Doc, I rock with you, man. But sometimes when you're wrong, and sometimes
I do have a space tomorrow, so I said go come late because I'm gonna start talking about Golden State beating them.
man, if Golden State does win tonight, you ain't gonna see Austin until like 15 minutes into the
I Jake the Warriors.
I will. I'll show up 15 minutes late just for that.
I got by some ludicrous songs. Yeah, hey, Crypto Smith, what's going on, man? Did your team lose? Who are you rooting for?
Yeah, you know what? I don't really have a team. I don't follow. I don't follow basketball much. So whoever you guys want, it's cool with me.
I feel like Sean's like you follow like hockey, huh?
Baseball.
I'm football. I'm mainly football.
There you go.
Okay.
I love my football.
I was gonna
I
get
gotta.
baseball.
You know what? I gotta ask Sean. I gotta ask you a question, bro. You brought up football.
Yeah.
What? And I know this is way off the subject. I gotta get your take on this. And Austin, you too, man. Since we're on sports, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers suiting up for the Jets, man, this coming season?
I think it's a great pickup, man. I think it's great. I think it's a good new place for him to go to. I actually really liked it. I think it's good for everyone.
Yeah, and then they just pick up Adams also.
I heard that.
Yes.
Are you serious?
No.
I thought that was a rumor, dude. That actually happened.
Let me see. Let me look.
No,
Maybe it wasn't
It'd be
Adams.
awesome if he got Adams. It'd be nice if he got everybody.
Oh, man.
I heard they picked up Adams. I heard they were close to a deal. I heard
So what's going on with the Raiders, man? I mean, they fired their quarterback. They got rid of the Raiders. Suck this shit. They're gonna suck bad this year.
Going to start at 0 and rebuild. A lot of them do this rebuild thing, but I don't like Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. Not because it's a good move for the Jets, but I like when these long-term players retire where they started.
But that's not the way business is taken care of anymore.
It's not about money.
Yeah.
But like when you see Brett Favre, you see Green Bay Packers.
Well, except for when he went to the Jets and then to the Minnesota.
Vikings. Yeah. But that's not how the new
CBA. That's what happens when you throw interceptions all the time.
But that's not how the CBA is set up anymore. Like the CBA is not set up for a player to stay with the team long term and retire. It's about getting their money, right? The same way we're all about
like Michael Jordan. Did you remember Michael Jordan played for the Washington Wizards or whatever they were called back then?
Oh God, please don't bring that up, please.
Like you gotta retire Chicago and be done. Get out.
Hey, Dr. Ron, let's not bring that up, man. That was a horrible time for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it was. That was like going back to rookie season and you had no value. And he had a lot of value rookie season.
But they want to do this right. It was Cobb. They picked up Cobb, not Adams. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they got Lazard. They picked up Lazard from the Packers. They picked up Randall Cobb from the Packers. I mean, he pretty much brought his.
They tried to get Mercedes Lewis as well, and he wouldn't go. So
Mercedes is really good. He's still pretty good too.
Yeah.
But think about what Aaron just did. Like Aaron put himself in the middle of New York City, and he's gonna be like the king of New York, right?
Nah, bro. I don't know about Buffalo. Buffalo ain't gonna let him do that.
No, I'm talking about New York City, right? So, like, where could you imagine the opportunities he's gonna have in New York City to make money outside of football more than what he had? More than what he had in Green Bay.
Hey, that's a high stigma, bro. You're talking about Hollywood. He's gonna take Hollywood, name its place. You're gonna call him Hollywood Rodgers? Come on, man.
Yo, I'm just saying, there's a lot of money to be made in California and New York City for these athletes.
And it was time for him to go. Remember, he was wearing out his welcome in Green Bay. There was a lot of fans that wanted to see him go.
He wanted to go before the season started.
Well, he didn't. He was pissed off with the McCarthy way before McCarthy left. Him and McCarthy did not get along at all. So, no, you're right, man.
Let's just be honest. Aaron Rodgers is a dickhead.
He drama. But he's a great football. He's a great football player.
You said he's a what? He's a what?
He's You know what? I don't know. I mean, I think he's just like ultra confident, bro. I mean, I kind of wish he went back home to San Francisco. Honestly, if you want me, my opinion, I wish he would have went to Frisco.
When you show up in training camp,
I'm glad he's not in Frisco.
When you show up in
we
training,
have to play him twice.
Yeah, that would have been bad for a lot of people if he would have went to Frisco. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Dane.
You go through this big, huge, long holdout, and you show up to training camp and flip flops, and you it just looks like you're not even ready to go. Like that's just, it just shows the just pure like I don't careness written all over you. Like, and he was ready to get out of Green Bay. He wore his welcome out. He was acting foolish, and it was time. But see, if he does that in New York, the New York media will kill him. They'll eat him up. They'll eat him alive.
Big watch. I will ask the team. Andrew's back in LA. He called me saying he just landed. I was actually talking to Dr. Rob when that happened, and saying that he landed in LA. And so I'm gonna call him a little bit later, and we'll talk some more. But yeah, that'd be a pretty cool thing.
So what was that? Let me read this. What did he say?
Which one? About the casino or what?
She pulled it up. It's on the main screen. It says, Austin, I saw a video of a shooter game called Fury built on XRPL, and it's these cool ass military vehicles. Please ask the MMI devs to work on that.
Oh, so he's one of the racer, kind of like utility racer.
And then this one too, though. And then this one. Like, how can MMAI promote the NFT keys to the city on the OpenSea to get people to buy and sell to get that volume up and might bring other investors in?
We're not dealing with OpenSea. We got
we're going to another platform. We're going to another platform, dude. Blur, maybe something else. OpenSea, I'm sorry, it's trash, dude. They don't want to do OpenSea. They really held us down.
I may be wrong, guys, and tell me if you agree with me on this. I think OpenSea's days are numbered. I think they're probably going to be usurped pretty soon, man.
They're broken. They are broken.
When you
like I've always said, if you're, it's one thing. Because there's a lot of people that are first to this space. Doesn't mean that they'll always be the last. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, there's going to be people that will come out and fill the holes of where those leave. I mean, look at MySpace, right? MySpace isn't here anymore. Who filled those holes, right? So OpenSea was really the first big platform for NFTs, and they just didn't grow, dude. I mean, like, they didn't fill until they're pressed now, right? Blur's coming out here, they're taking away a lot of things, and you got other platforms out there taking away, and now they're starting to recognize it, but people have already fed up with it and they moved on, right? And they're not even looking back, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I agree. They're on their way out.
They will be replaced for sure. There are just too many scammers on there. We need something else. Ash says, cannot check my NFT. The Coinbase button does not work on the website. Please advise.
All right. Is Ash checking it on a computer or on the phone? Let me go to the process real quick, Ash. And if you're still listening, okay, comment just came in. If you're still listening, see if this is exactly what you're doing. With Coinbase, you have to use the website and a desktop and not your cell phone. So if you go to a desktop, you have to have the Coinbase extension on the desktop, so you could connect your wallet. So you got to do a Coinbase extension, and once you go in there where it says check my NFT, then you'll click to connect your wallet, and then that extension you got to approve it. Once you approve for that wallet connection, then go back to the browser where you clicked on check my NFT, and then there you'll click on the question mark that comes up on the screen and refresh the screen. Once you refresh the screen, it might say transaction or transition processing. Just refresh that and give it a minute and let it load. I don't know if Ash put another question, but that's the process for Coinbase Wallet. Those are the only ones that have got to be done on the computer. Everything else can be done on using your cell phone on desktop mode, or your cell phone turned sideways puts it in desktop mode.
That's why I love Dr. Crypto. He's got it down to a T, bro.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah, he does.
That's why when he starts to explain it, like, we all just get quiet. Like, go ahead, man. Hey, man.
I want to say something about Beaver. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm not a big NHL guy, dude. I don't really follow hockey a ton. And it was like, okay, the Seattle Krakens are in it. I got to at least support the team, watch it. And I've been watching the playoffs, dude. And Like I actually am a little bit digging some hockey right now. I'm not gonna lie. My first time really watching it, and I've been watching it like, and I got all excited. I'm like, I get the amped up, and I was like, shit, you're right. I might be wearing my favorite number is 31, so I might be sporting that the goalie's number 31. So watch
he
out.
Likes the fighting. It's the fighting he likes. If I watch hockey, it would be for the fighting.
It's aggressive, dude. It's an aggressive sport. I'm actually pretty impressed with it.
Yeah, hockey was fun.
And TV doesn't do it justice.
I heard in person it's like insane. The speed is like not even.
Yeah, it's worth seeing in person. Absolutely.
I saw it in real life, and I was like I was at a live game. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is amazing.
One hockey game, but I got too drunk. I honestly don't remember any of it. So it was. Yeah, it was high. That was college, right? College. We went, and it was like we were sporting a semi-pro, and all of a sudden I was like, "Where did we go last night?"
People said they'll make a Canadian out of you yet, but Ash said I was born in the '60s. Too much information. So Ash, if you're part of our Telegram, if you're not, join the Telegram. I'll walk you through it. If I have to talk to you on the phone, if you're not in the U.S., we'll go through a WhatsApp call, and I'll walk you through it. So join our Telegram if you're not in there.
Respect.
He said he'll make a Canadian out of you yet. So what F. Joe has this question. I don't want to skip it. He says, where are the first big exchanges?
I think a lot of it's going to have to work with when we get our blockchain out there. Obviously there's a lot of things that we've been talking about when it comes to the blockchain. Releasing a contract on Coinbase or not Coinbase on Ethereum, on BNB, doing those kind of things along with our blockchain, allowing some bridging, allowing some volume, and I think that the goal is to just bring out some use case, like having our wallet out there, having our coin attached to it. And then I do think that some of our partnerships, if these partnerships can take off and do the things that they need to do, I do see us being on the radar for some of these exchanges, right? I mean, I think that that's the most positive thing we could do, but I couldn't sit here and never guarantee it. But we're going to definitely push for these things down in, end of 2023 and into 2024. That's for sure.
I think the biggest thing for us is being excited and focusing on zero tax. Once we get to that blockchain and we have zero tax, then we're the only ones that's in our way, in regards to moving forward with price action, because we also have to qualify. That's something I like to go to when people ask about exchanges. I don't know where, I don't think I've ever done a Google search and found the qualifications to be on some exchanges. And I know some of them might have modified their qualifications because they're all broke right now. But I know crypto.com, you had to pay 1.5 million. You had to have a certain amount of holders, or at least be around long enough to qualify for them to feel like you didn't rug. So there are conditions to qualify. Like some of them, your contract may have to be renounced, and there's so much that they require that we don't just choose, okay, let's pay this fee, we're on this exchange. It's not up to us to get listed. It's up to them to accept us if we qualify. So moving to no taxes by having our own blockchain, that'll be one move. Our blockchain, getting on an exchange may not even be the first focus, because we have so many utilities. Maybe putting more money into making sure our metaverse is 100%, our blockchain is 100%, and getting advertisement out there for projects to come use our blockchain or get on our blockchain. Those things might actually be bigger than just getting on an exchange, because I want to see price action from the utilities, from the wallet getting usage and all that. That's where I want the price action, not from people buying the coin on exchange. That right there, that's when I do my day trading right there.
Yeah, and if you're just relying on price action from exchanges and things like that without driving utilities behind it, that price action eventually will dry up, and then what do you really have, right? Then your project is just kind of hanging. But so I think zero tax is going to be a huge deal for MMAI, and when that happens, it's going to be, it's going to bring a little something different to the project, and it's going to be right where we need to be. And blue chips don't have taxes. It's that simple. And
Go ahead.
If you want to get listed on Binance and some of these bigger exchanges, they don't want you to have taxes either. Go look at Binance and tell me a token that's listed on there that has taxes.
Well, there's not, and majority of the cryptos that get listed on exchanges, even the lower tier exchanges, outside of like Rug Bank and things like that, don't have taxes at all. I mean, because people don't, number one, you don't want to pay for the taxes because they do charge taxes, and number two, it's an easy way to increase volume off of a market maker. So you don't really want to have taxes on exchanges, to be honest.
What's the next step for the wallet? So
here, dude, we honestly, I'm trying to really get the pictures out there. Jay Hung really doesn't want to put photos out there yet. I've been pushing on Andrew to get some photos of it, but he doesn't want to share it yet. So I'm hoping that I can get something here by this next week. I'm really trying to push something to put out there. But yeah, we're still pushing for May 28th, the end of May into June. I don't really want to give a date, but I'm trying hard not to. It's going to be somewhere towards that ballpark where we're going to be able to get this into some of our hands to be able to test. But yeah, man, I really want to get this new interface out there. I want you guys to see it. Like I said, my whole time over there, that's what we worked on, was the interface, and then creating the roadmap for it, everything that we wanted in the wallet. And that's what they've been working on. And then on top of that, being able to have multiple cryptocurrencies inside that wallet from a cold storage standpoint, because our big sell is the cold storage. I mean, what makes us different? Like, why would someone want to download our Pure Wallet? And there has to be a difference. I mean, look at Uniswap. Uniswap is struggling to get users, right? They're pushing that. Dude, every time you go to click like sell, they push that shit right in front of you to click download. And it's like, you bastards, dude. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. But it's there's nothing different with Uniswap, right? And everyone's moving to a wallet because it's so easy to use. But the cool thing about the Pure Wallet is that it's going to have the cold storage. And even if you don't use it for transactions, even if you don't use it to buy a crypto, like go in there and purchase Pepe, you still might use it for the cold storage function of it, because you have accessibility towards your offline cryptocurrencies. And so if you are out and about and doing these things, and you do need to make a transfer, do whatever you need to do, you're going to be able to make that transfer happen right there. You're not going to have to stop, pull out a computer, attach your ledger, and connect your wallet and do all these crazy things. It's going to be right there at your fingertips. And so I think once people start to realize that that actually exists, and then the paper comes out to prove that this is actually probably we I'm not going to sit here. I'll say it, but Dr. Kim and the team believe that this is more secure than a ledger. So I don't know. Again, that's up for debate. I'm not the expert in that, but I'll let people debate that and use it and see what happens. But I think that once people start to realize, like, oh shit, this is actually something that's useful in this space, something that we're lacking in this space, something that we don't have in this space. I think it has potential. And to buy that, you're going to have to buy coin. You know what I mean? You're going to spend $50 and $10 or so or more, depending on what we agree on, is going to go towards the coin. And it's going to be sitting there until you decide to close your cold storage. But, until that day happens, it's going to sit there in a contract, and, that's what's going to happen. So we're going to have use case with the coin just built off that, and then continue to build. And I mean, yeah, we're gonna push more. I mean, we've been holding off on marketing because we really want to pound the pavement when it comes to this cold storage, when it comes to the Pure Wallet. I think I've been saying it for a long time, the Pure Wallet's really going to hinge a lot of what we're doing here. I mean, if you can even just imagine, $50 a pop, you get 1,000 people to download it. I mean, you guys can do the math. You get 10,000 people to download it, 20,000 people to download it, at $50 a pop. I mean, you can see where it goes, and then that increases the coin. It increases, brings profit into the business, because we are a business. We are, for profit here, and that will continue to grow what we got going on. It will continue to grow our metaverse. It will continue to grow our wallet. It will continue to grow our blockchain, and that's what it's about. So, yeah, I'm excited for it too, dude. Trust me, I've been waiting for it. Like I said, I spent 33 days in South Korea, really spending time on that, and to see that all come to fruition would be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just curious. I just want to make sure I got my timeline straight. We're not giving dates and stuff. That's cool. But it sounds like midsummer, right? June, July, August. Things are going to be dropping.
I'm literally. I mean, I'm hoping end of May into June. Like, that's really what I want. That's really the timeline that we put down. And we, like I said, we might have missed some timelines by a little bit. I don't think that they were far off timelines, though. We weren't. I hope that we can really deliver this, because I think this is a huge catalyst for our project. So to not have this it would dampen. It's just not what we need it out there. We need people to buy this. We need that to continue to grow as MMAI. You know what I mean? Both from a utility on the coin standpoint and for a profit as a company. I mean, we need these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all good.
So yeah, I'm excited for it, man.
Is there going to be a dark mode? Big Watch dude wants to know.
I did put a dark mode on there, bro. If it comes out on the 28th, I don't know, but it was on there as a dark mode. That it was a low level. It was one of my lowest levels of things for them to focus on, but it was on the list of things. We'll see what happens, and I don't think it's that hard to do a dark mode, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Big Watch, I'm with you, man. I want the dark mode.
Me too.
Big Watch,
Gotta have the dark mode.
Always seem like he's rolling in the dark, man. He wants to be hiding something. I want to be able to see that seed praise, bro. No dark mode. Augie on the last space that he came on did kind of give us an idea that there's going to be way more on the first Pure Wallet release than previously discussed and expected. So that's probably a delay in delivering it also, because I guess they figured they held it a little longer. So once that first version comes out, it's going to have way more, like more tokens and more usage. So that's pretty exciting too. I don't know if, of course, we don't want Austin to elaborate on that because we're not going to give up anything. But it was exciting to hear that he did say we'd have more coins or tokens on there when the first version comes out. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think we're going to, obviously you want the big ones in there. I mean, you really do want the Bitcoins. You want the XRPs. You want the ones where people are actually holding on to long term. You know what I mean? And that's really our focus, is to really dial down the ones that people are holding. The SHIBs, the Bones, the ones that people, Polygon, Matic, those things. And I think that's like where we're really focusing, because, let's just be honest here. I mean, even let's just take Pepe. I mean, like, how many people are really holding long term Pepe? I don't know. You know what I mean? How many people are, I don't want to go down the list, but there's cryptos out there where you don't hold long term. You know what I mean? They're just here for, what is it? They're just here for a short time, not a long time.
For a good time.
That sounds like some New York stuff where people who got electronic building displays.
Yeah, you see right up there. You see my billboard right there, Dr. Crypto. It says
that's my billboard right there. I can put.
Hey man, y'all gotta stop flexing on me, man. Dr. Rob. Hey, Dr. Rob, we got a deal. Don't forget it. And Space Chick we got it on record. We got a deal.
Shoot,
I was gonna say Awesome Austin right across there, and then you'll be able to click the link.
I'm trying to get a stand ad, and I got you too. I'll give you which one you want, the booth or the store.
You're gonna get that stand ad.
I'll take that store.
And those cars are just gonna whip by it. Boom, they're like, "What is that?" Oh no! Oh, look at Austin's billboard. That's great looking.
Hey, don't forget it, and it is documented. I just want to make sure Space Chick has got it documented.
I do.
I want that store. I want that store, brother.
That's fine.
I'm gonna tell everybody listening this. Dr. Crypto can explain a lot of stuff and he can talk you out a lot of stuff. But one thing he can't do for you is he can't sell you a billboard in Times Square. but I can. This guy right here, I got what you need. You gotta come see me. Come see me.
So you hear that guy? His billboard is worthless because our city is in Seoul, South Korea. It's not in Times Square.
Dude, I will trade someone if someone got a large convention booth. I will trade you one of my electronic billboards for that large extent.
Oh my gosh! Why did I get a small booth?
Oh no!
I need a large. I'll give you a large booth. If you have a large booth, give me the large booth. I'll give you a billboard.
Oh no!
I ain't even.
Man, that's a hell of a fucking deal. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Crypto Lives. Be careful. Be careful, because that just told you something.
Yep, there's gonna be a whole lot of crypto expos in that convention.
No, seriously. No, it is that's one of those sleeper drops. I agree with you, Austin. It's a sleeper drop.
Crypto Lounge. I'm keeping my booth. You can have the store, but I'm keeping my booth.
Hey, no, I want the store. No, it's solid, bro. You can't back out on this, man. You cannot back out on this. I want the store, and it's documented.
But see, Space Chick, they don't get it. Sometimes it's better to listen than it is to talk. And when somebody is telling you something, that they want something and they know a little bit more than you know,
Yeah.
you might want to want the same thing, right?
Yeah, you might
Yeah,
want to.
Dr. Rob was online real quick.
Made a video again.
I
Well,
was
no,
real
see,
quick.
no, see, that's why. See, Dr. Rob knows about those stands, man. He knows how important those stands are. And Daniel, you know too. You already
They're
know.
eye level. They're eye
Yeah,
level.
they're eye level.
They're perfect advertisement because they're eye
I
level.
know how important they
Absolutely.
are. They're important because I don't have them.
Yeah, that's true too.
See, now I'm in the market for a booth.
I know.
So saying,
Y'all let me
Dr.
see
Rob,
this.
No,
I got you a deal now, bro. I give you 2 stands, and you give me the store and the booth, and then I'll trade the booth. I'll take the booth and give it to Austin, and I'll get, I'll be set, bro. Let's go ahead and do this.
More important than everything on there.
I'm opening up a farmer's market. That's why I want the booth, man. We're gonna open up a farmer's market on there every Saturday, Sunday. You can just walk down there and check out all the cool shit. Like,
An Amish market.
Bro, I mean, we're talking. It's crazy. We're talking about this, but this is reality. This is actually, we're going to be doing this. We're not just joking around. We're suffering right now.
We got some swap meets coming.
Oh God.
See, Crypto Lounge, every time that like me and you talk, we do this, right? And now Austin's got me doing this, right? Like, because now I'm like, well, hold on, maybe I want that large booth now, right? Like, and then before it was like, well, hold on, maybe. So damn it, I just need one of everything.
Exactly.
Hey,
that's, you know what though? There's no bad drop, bro. And we say this all the time. And in Austin, he's legitimizing that whole state. There's no bad drop, bro.
We said that earlier.
What is it? The eye of the beholder. You gotta know, if you know what you can do with it, you know the value of it. But you know what? That's a nice segue to the next conversation. And I've been saying this, and before Austin came in here, I brought it up. Now, we were, as a project, trying to sell 5,002 keys to the city, right? We understood how much value those keys had for 700, I'm gonna say 740 bucks, because most of the time, that's what ETH sat around, 740 bucks. Now, without the coin, without having the key NFT, without having all the perks of having the key, just the property itself, now that we're excited about these properties, what value do you give those properties if we had another sale of just properties? That's where I would love to see if there wouldn't be, you know how when a project does a pre-sale and like it just goes crazy because people are excited. I wonder how much excitement would go after those properties if they were listed for like 7 days, knowing exactly, because DBS I know was asking, well, can we get a chance to buy the properties? I would pay more if I knew exactly which property I was getting. This is the chance right there. If the devs are willing, I would love to see how much action would be behind the same price, $750 per property for a short period of time. Let them at it. I know me myself, I'm grabbing 3. So now you know
he's
Daniel's
gonna grab more
grabbing
than 3.
3 large booths. He's grabbing 3 large booths.
see, but Dr. Crypto, this is kind of where I would say I agree with you to a certain extent, but don't agree with you to a certain extent. And I think this is kind of where the community is. I think I agree with you that there's a time and a place to sell the properties, right? For a short sale. But I think it should be, that's how you should reward your loyal holders first, right? Like, let's say there's a 7-day sale for somebody who held MMAI, didn't sell, whatever that criteria is. I don't want to make the criteria, right? You get in there with a 7-day sale with maybe a little bit of a discount, right?
How though? How would you know that person?
And then you turn around and you open that up to the general public maybe for 5 days
at a higher price.
At a higher price, right? But everybody's always talking about loyalty and reward in the old NFTs where we were going to reward the loyal holders, right? And nobody can let that NFT project die. It needs to die because there's no good, right? So how do you do that? How do you take care of that? Well, maybe this is the opportunity to do that. And maybe this is how you do that. And then you say to everybody, okay, when we rolled that out, when MMAI first came out, it was great in concept until Gary opened his mouth, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we couldn't do that anymore. So now we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna be done with that, right? We're done with that, and don't it's time to move on from that particular statement that was made.
Let me ask you this: who was that? Who was that? Was that Sean? Somebody was talking?
No.
No.
Yeah. Let me ask you this then: if you did that, how would you identify those folks? That would only be through a KYC process, right?
No, it would be through your wallets, right? Like, so you would have
wallet. If you want to buy, then you can come and here's your price.
You would have a criteria to say, okay, you bought in, you didn't sell for a certain amount of time, or whatever that criteria is. I'm pretty sure Austin can probably knows whether or not you can or you can't track things like this, and I'm assuming that you can track that through the wallet of whether or not somebody bought at pre-sale, didn't buy at pre-sale, or bought at launch, or however. I don't know what the criteria is.
It's 100. It's the 100 top wallets, and then the that never sold, and sell includes transfer, because if you transfer, you actually could have transferred to exchange whatever it sold. So the 100 that left it there and didn't do anything with it, and then the loyalists, the people that's always been supporting the project, to 100.
I don't want to define the criteria. I don't.
So that's you put it out there, but you don't know. I don't see how. No, I like the idea. I just don't see how.
No, because that's not my thing. That's the dev team's thing. Like they decide what's best.
So Austin, are they going to do that? Are they going to release the properties? That's what it boils down to. Are they going to put them on the market?
I think our goal for this, honestly, like the goal, and I think I was open about this before, is our goal is to secure some partnerships with some good sized companies, secure those partnerships 100%, and then we know the value at that point when we get the metaverse opened up, and now you got these larger corporations committed to your blockchain, committed to your metaverse. I think that's going to open the door to increase the value of these properties. And I think Andrew and Augie understand that the value of these, they have a different value because they believe in what they're going to bring, right? So the answer probably is no. I don't see properties getting listed, but we could always talk them into it and see what they say, right? I mean, we could. I like the proposal, because we did promise that the people that were holding and top holders would get a stipend for, or not a stipend, a reward for, being a top holder. And what that is, we had to obviously take the original one away just because we didn't want to be in the crosshairs of anything. So there has to be another way of doing it. And, if it's doing something with the properties that people agree on in the community, maybe that's what we do. I don't know. We haven't really opened that discussion, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
Just to that point, because I kind of see where this, because I got this question too about oversaturation when it comes to the properties and like unleashing all the properties. Dude, the virtual traffic, I'll just say this, the virtual traffic that is projected for the years to come is enormous, man. I don't think we have enough to oversaturate the situation, because we're going to have a lot of people, a lot of demand for whatever is involved in the peer world. There's going to be demand there. There's going to be that traffic there. There's going to be amazing. So I don't think we have to worry about oversaturation when it comes to properties, and if the team decides to unleash them all, I'm not worried about that, because the traffic is going to be enormous.
Well, I don't think you can classify it as oversaturation, because I mean it was intended for 5,000 to be sold, and we have a fraction of that right now. So yeah, even if 5,000 are sold, that's not oversaturation. I think that's how this is being built. Yeah.
And if you put it versus the actual traffic, you're right, Sean. It's way below that threshold. Way below.
But I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back and forth about this, but as far as from a business aspect of this, but here's the bottom line, and people, can agree with me or not agree with me, but here's what happened. There was 5,000 NFTs that were for sale on the open market in OpenSea, and everybody had the opportunity to buy one. Some people took that opportunity and some people didn't, right? So then them ones got locked went back to the team. So now the team, because they own them properties, they need to make the best decision for the project with them properties. So now that people see the value of them properties and they want more, they want the team to make the best decision for them instead of maybe the best decision for the project. Well, you had your opportunity when there was 5,000 NFTs that were for sale in the open market. So if the team decides not to sell them properties again, you have to take that and say you missed out on your opportunity. Yep. But you can't keep asking for opportunity to keep knocking at your door and you don't open it.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, that makes sense, but you're going to get a lot of people who disagree because they didn't get to choose their like, I don't want a billboard. I wanted a store. So I didn't get an opportunity to buy a store.
But you knew that coming in.
Well, right. But that's the missed opportunity they're going to talk about. I agree with you.
Let's talk.
I got two big billboards and a stand ad.
So, man, Crypto Lounge, I don't know, man. I see you on mute, man. He got a
hey, with Dr. Rob, Mr. Rob, we got this documented, baby. We're gonna do this deal, man. Don't you even try that. See that's all right, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna send you a nasty DM later on.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you after the stream, Dr. Rob. We're
And we were trending as well on OpenSea whenever they were released. You know what I'm saying? Right. We were trending.
We did well.
The opportunity was right there for everybody.
Yeah, that's a good point, Daniel. But one thing I want to kind of answer. I can't understand the name. Is it G? Man, that's not a name. You just put a bunch of letters on there as your name. Jay. Jay said no more properties sold because it would dilute the value of the ones we have. It's actually the opposite. Here's the thing. Yeah. Right now, we only have 300 something properties in our hands as holders. The project has 4,000 something properties. It would be best if we were holding the properties and not the project. Here's why. Some of us holders are not going to resell or lease those properties. They want to keep them for themselves. Whether somebody who wants to open a store. Imagine if all the YouTubers had a billboard and they wanted to advertise their YouTube page or whatever on that on that billboard. A lot of people want to keep it for themselves. So if we own 5,000 properties, how many of those are gonna go back for putting them for rent or whatever? And also if we put them for sale, we're creating, like I think Daniel brought that up, a floor price of whatever price we sell them for becomes the new floor price for that one. When the team holds them and nothing's being sold, whatever we own is the only place you get the floor price, and then the team may get those rented before yours. You don't know what order, and when people come in, who's gonna rent from which ones. So I felt like we're less competition against ourselves than against the project itself. That's why I wanted us to hold all the properties. That was my realtor hat.
But let me ask the community this, and you guys can answer it. Now that the reveal happened and we've had these conversations and we're all pumped up about our properties and thinking about everything that we can do with them, right? And we're thinking about all of this good stuff, and we're talking about ads, and we're talking about cars, and we're talking about the cars being in the game. And we just went through this with the cars. Maybe they're rented by the hour. So if they cost you $600, you're going to probably make that back in no time, right? So as a business, if you were going to sell that on the open market, what do you think the price of that's going to be? It's not going to be $650. It's not going to be $700. If I hold a billboard that I have a value of, I don't know, let's say $10,000, why would I sell it to you for $1,000 when you had an opportunity to buy it for $650? I mean, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not trying to crush anybody's dream or say, they should do this or they shouldn't do this. But when you look at it from a business perspective, why would you do that?
Good question. Yeah. I don't know.
these are all great questions, and I'm sure we're going to figure it out someday.
Right.
But
So when you look at Andrew and Augie, you have to understand mentally where they're coming from, right? Like you got to understand they're coming from a different place than me and you. So they see it how I see it. They see it from a business perspective. You guys see it from a opportunity perspective.
From a selfish perspective.
Yeah. I didn't want to use the word selfish, so I used the word opportunity. So you guys see it from an opportunity perspective. How can I cash in on this opportunity that was presented to me that I missed out on before?
I see the real value of it now, right?
And now you talk to somebody like me, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'd sell you my downtown billboard for $650. You gotta come a whole. I mean, you're not even on the same street I'm on.
What if they sell like 10 billboards, 10, like they have a certain amount, and they say we're just putting 100 up, and we're gonna sell them all at, I don't know, $3-5 each.
But let's say that the team puts a value of a car of $2,000, right? That's what they think it's worth. It's probably worth a whole hell of a lot more than that. But let's just easy math, $2,000, right? Yeah. Let's just and they say, okay, well, we'll sell you 50 cars. We're gonna put 50 cars up for $1,000 a piece, right? How much money are they taking off the table for the business?
Well, you know how I look at it, Daniel. I look at it like they would have given it. It would have been gone anyway if the 5,002 keys were sold. Now they're only doing the properties without all the other perks. So because let's put that selfish hat back on. You know, with the selfish hat, I'm like, for me to get 3 electronic building displays, I need them at $750 each. After I get those, then you can go ahead and ask $3,000 for each.
Yeah. 3 electronic billboards at $750 each. You're not even walking down the same street. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I think you're forgetting an aspect of this.
But so like when you look at it, like I'm just trying to give it to you from a business aspect. Believe me, selfishly, if they were to come out and say we're gonna drop so many properties at $650, $700 a piece, I'm on it. I'm in the sale. I'm buying because I know that they're giving us a second gift.
Yep.
Well, here you got to consider this though, is that if they did that, if they opened it up to a limited sales or whatever, the people who currently own NFTs are probably going to be the ones who are going to be buying those, right? You may not get a lot of other people outside of that. You're going to get some, but if they open it up, I'm buying 4 or 5 more.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I think I know the value of it, but also you're not considering this aspect. Now, if Austin or these guys they get together and say we're not selling anymore, right? Maybe we're going to rent them out to companies or customers, or they're going to give some away to larger businesses to bring them in and say, hey, why don't you guys help market this for us? We'll give you a large store. You can sell whatever it is your product, and then we become the only owners really that can actually sell properties, right? Our properties. So nobody else can go there and sell the property because it's being rented to them or it's being given to them on just a use case basis. And now we're the only ones who can actually sell. The value of those properties is going to go way, way higher.
Yes, they are. They're going to go through the roof. So you built in your value, right?
Yeah.
You built in your value by the amount that you sold. So I can understand why people think that by doing that you would dilute the value of the properties that were currently sold. But that's not the case, because the properties that are in the metaverse are the properties that are in the metaverse. So the number is the number, right? Whether they're owned or whether they're rented, they're going to be full, right?
Yeah.
So you're not diluting the value of the property that you own. Actually, if the only properties in the metaverse that were going to be full were the properties that were sold, your metaverse would be no good. But given the fact that they're going to rent them and people are going to be in them, it's going to actually drive the price of yours up even more, like Sean was saying.
Because and I totally agree with you there.
Full metaverse.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, believe you me, like, I would love for the team to do that, but I don't. I'm also a realist, and I'm also a businessman. I'm also a real thinker. So I understand why they wouldn't.
And these aren't just JPEGs. You know what I'm saying? Like dormant pictures. You know, if it was me, I would be selling them. You know, I would kind of look at the future projection of the income, the residual income that could be made for that particular NFT. Like, let's say, for instance, an ad, you know, one of the billboards or whatever, stand ad or whatever. But anything that's connected to advertisement, you know, you can project that out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. You kind of project that revenue that it may bring, and it can be astronomical. You know what I'm saying? So why would you sell it at a set? You got to set that price accordingly, and it's not going to be cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if somebody was to list on OpenSea, let's just, because we talk about electronic billboards through this whole stream, if somebody was to list on OpenSea an electronic billboard for 20 ETH, would you think that was overpriced?
No, I would think that would be very cheap because, again, you can project that out for like a 5-year period, man, and probably make even more. You know what I mean?
I would think that would be cheap too. If somebody was to list an arena on OpenSea for 1,000 ETH, would you think that would be a deal?
Pepe.
That would be a deal.
Yeah, you know, well, we don't know what that's going to do, though. I mean, that's kind of an unknown. We know what ad revenue brings, but we don't know. That could be cheap or that could be too expensive. I don't know. I think it's cheap. You know, I'll go ahead and answer that question.
I'm just saying. So this is the game that we're playing as businesses back and forth. Is that cheap? Is it not cheap? Is it cheap? Is it not cheap? I would tell you if I seen an arena on OpenSea for 1,000 ETH and somebody bought it, I would probably tell you that they got a deal.
Yeah. I mean, considering the fact, I don't know. I want to ask Austin, how many digital boards do you have on that arena? Like, it's multiple, I think, right?
I think it's all four sides.
Oh my gosh! Are you
Yeah. And then you got to incorporate the internals. You're gonna have ad revenue going on inside of it.
The naming right,
man.
Yeah, anything that goes on in there, right? I mean, if that's where we hold a convention or things like that, like that's, you know, you are incorporated in part of that. Like that's the whole thing.
The game is moving around from arena to arena too. Yeah.
Okay, so 100 ETH is like not even close to what that should be worth. That's kind of cheap.
Yeah, if we could get this to all come to fruition, I mean, yeah, it could be worth, you know, if people actually start to use it. Again, you have to have adoption, right? You have to have adoption, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to give reason for people to be there, and if you can do all that, then everything that we're talking about, which is all hypothetical right now, you know, could be really nice, right? So it's tough to put a price on it until it's fully out there. But I mean, like I said, the team feels that that they underprice these properties regardless of how you look at it. So.
Yeah. I think that when they sold them to us, they undervalued them.
Thank you, Austin. That was Austin's doing.
They wanted to trust me, and even after the sell, right? We sold 332, right? Andrew came back to me and said, "Yeah, we should have sold it for 5 ETH."
Yeah.
No.
No, I'll be the first one to tell you, bro. We got a hell of a deal on these properties, man.
That's the first thing he said to me, because we should have just sold 100 of these for 5 ETH.
There was going to be no keys. It was just going to be property.
Yeah, it's just going to be properties.
Yeah. But you know what? Look at Cool Chris with what he's saying, and that's exactly what I was saying. And you know what? I think we need to get him on a nice, happy time right after the unveiling of the headquarters. You know what? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there in person. I'm gonna talk to Andrew myself. Right? I'm gonna and I'm gonna talk to Andrew. Here's what I think, bro. You know what? You know, let's go have some sake real quick.
Not sake, soju.
So Oju. But I do want to. I do see a value because MMAI could have raised a certain amount of money by selling all 5,000 too. We may not sell more than like 500 more. But it's just properties without all the bells and whistles that came with buying the key. I think it's good to give the community, because at this point right now, it's still really us. Like Sean said, it's mostly us that's gonna buy it. Like I already know for sure, if they're under $1,000, I'm grabbing 3 electronic billboards, hands down. That's just me, right? So if they give us a chance, don't talk to him with that Warriors hat. If they give us a chance, right, to grab some, I think there'd be some value both ways. Would it be any close to the value for the project itself? No, it wouldn't. But I think it's no different than when they were offering it to us initially, that they gave us a second chance. Or that 100 and 100, the loyalists and the people, the top 100 wallets, maybe give them free properties instead of anything else, because since we can't do another NFT, right? Give them free properties. All of us in here would be getting properties.
So Rob, if you were to come into the boardroom with me and sit down and say what you just said, you know what I'd say to you?
You'd fire me on the spot.
No, I wouldn't fire you. This is what I would say to you, and I'll be completely honest with you. I'll say, you know what? I think we should do something for the loyal people. It's going to be more than what we sold on for the NFTs, but we'll give them a deal. But that's going to be it. That's all we're going to do. And how many gifts do we got to give? You know, we can't be the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
And that's what and them would be my exact words. That's what I would say to you. And I'd say, you know what? We gave the properties away during the sale, and we heard about how expensive they were. We heard about all this other stuff. Nothing we did during that sale was, you know, appropriate or right. So at what point do we have to say the sale is over, right?
But it did. XXI is true. He is saying the truth, because I remember the first website. I could swear, right? It did say it.
Yeah.
Top 100 got to get something. It was already in the plan.
So
I would, top 100 and then also 100.
But Rob, XXI is right. And this is, if you were sitting in the boardroom with me, this is what I would say to you. I would say, we're going to do it for that loyal people. And the reason that we're going to do it is because we're going to put that to bed. That was on the original website. We're going to put that to bed so that we don't have to answer that question anymore. And then we're going to move on.
You're like, because we're not doing it again.
Because we're not going to keep coming back to the same spot. So here's what we're going to do. Here's why we're going to do it. You guys can take advantage of it or not take advantage of it, like it or not like it. But when this is done, after 7 days, we're washing our hands of that situation.
But what Cool Chris says makes sense, though. If they are gonna do that, you definitely want to give people a chance to save money for it.
Yeah,
I like
if
that.
decide to do that, we gotta give time for people to save money for it.
Yeah, and you can set a date. You can set a date. You can set a time frame. You can set the amounts. You can set all that.
Us is like, I don't know what the heck they talking about. We're not doing that.
I know, right?
You know, like you can do all that, right? Like you can set a date. You can set a time. You can set, you know, whatever price ranges. But at some point, you have to wash your hands of that first 100 and the other 100. Because it's going to keep coming up. It's going to keep coming up, and people are going to keep asking the questions. And you have to say to the community, here's what we're doing. Here's why we're doing it. And when we're done with this, we are never going to answer this question again.
But you know what, Daniel? I think they'd still have at least 3,000 properties left, even if they did this just properties only. What you think? You think they would sell?
Here's what I think. You want my honest opinion on what would happen? This is what I think would happen. And Sean, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not. This is what I think would happen. I think you would put a price on the properties.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody'd be pissed off because it wasn't 0.005 ETH.
Yeah, I know.
And then you would sell probably half of what you were going to sell for your loyalty.
Put out there,
yeah.
And then we would come back to the same boardroom we made this decision in and go, why do we do that?
Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Yeah. Then and absolutely, that's going to happen. No matter what the price is, right? And it should be, you know, if they're going to open it up again, it should be reasonable, but not cheap.
But even if I said to you, we're going to sell you a car, it's going to cost you, you know, what was the NFTs?
$750, let's say.
$750. We're going to sell you a car.
145 ETH at the time, right?
We're going to sell you a car. It's going to cost you $750. We're going to sell you a booth. It's going to cost you $1,000. We're going to sell you this. It's going to cost you this. You can sell it, you know, so on and so forth, right? And we're going to give you guys 30 days to get ready for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People are going to complain.
that would be good for half of the people, and the other half of the people would say, I want 45 days.
Yeah.
I mean, you're never gonna side everybody. Right. We saw it when we were selling it. We extended it, and folks still said, why can't we extend it a little longer?
And people can get mad at me for saying that, but I'm just being real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being 100% honest and 100% real.
Subscribe to Daniel, so you have to cuss him out on his own YouTube.
And what would happen, and that's exactly what would happen. And you would take these properties and you give them to the loyal customers, or sell them to the loyal customers and the loyal investors. And you would probably end up selling half, and you would sit around the table and ask yourself, why did I just do that? And the people that took advantage of that situation would be just like everybody who took advantage of this situation. Yeah. We would be running around here happy as hell.
I'd be happy as hell.
And I'm going to say, by Austin's lack of communication in this part, that he probably already knows. They probably already decided.
He's looking at the Pepe chart right now. His phone, because he knows it's at an all-time high.
I'm actually looking at if we'll be in Los Angeles for the Los Angeles Golden State game. If we'll be in LA on Thursday on Friday, and it's actually on Friday, so. Friday we'll be YOLOing it.
You guys get tickets? Is there tickets?
We'll be in LA, dude. LA versus Golden State in LA.
Is there tickets being bought?
Ticket as low as $395. $395.
Can we get what they call it? A club with about like 12 seats? Go ahead, man. Holler at them. Tell them I need one of them club seats.
You're right. I can't. I'm not going to respond to what's. You guys are hashing it out. I'll relay everything to the dev.
I didn't expect you to respond, Austin.
That's a very smart move, Austin. Very smart, brother.
He's chilling.
I didn't expect you to respond, Austin, but I just wanted to bring that other perspective to the conversation. Like, a lot of people forget, MMAI is a business, and you can't talk about it being a business on one hand and then talk about benefiting it on the other.
Yeah, this is I think that we're setting ourselves, because that's the thing. Pepe brings this, let's just talk full circle here, right? We've been waiting for something like a Pepe, for 9 months, right? Just fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. People are making money, dude, and when we're making money, people are happy, right? If anyone's sitting on the sidelines with Pepe, I'm sorry, because the people that are bitter about Pepe are the ones that usually probably didn't buy in, and so they're like, God damn it, dude! So I'm sitting on the sidelines, upset about Pepe. But you got to realize, Pepe is that's meme coin, right? They come out and said it, but then there's projects out here that are really trying to bring technology, technology that's new to this space, and that's one thing about MMAI is. People might have called us a meme in the beginning and things like that, but I think, again, NS Labs has solidified us as we are a technology company. We're here to try to find new ways to innovate on the blockchain, create new blockchains, create new tech, right? We're not trying to create the traditional shit that's already out there. We've already said that. That's not our goal. I mean, that's easy stuff. Dr. Kim said, if we wanted to make a proof of work mining token, we can make that tomorrow. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to bring something new to this space. And I'm like, dude, I'd be down for a proof of work mining token. I'd be love to launch one of those and, open it up on one of these ASIC miners and do all that kind of stuff. And maybe that's down the road. You know what I mean? Maybe we can do something like that. But it just shows you having that technology provider behind us that's obviously partnered with other technology providers. It just opens up the door so much to what we're trying to do. And they're trying to be different in this space, and that's what that just right there is what excites the hell out of me. You know what I mean? We're not the same old, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And it does suck to see our prices down, and it is. No one wants to open up their wallet and see that they're down on their bag. No one wants to see the pricing going down or the volume and stuff like that. Of course, we don't want to see that kind of stuff, but the faith that I have in the project. Because trust me, my bag's down too, just like everyone else's. But I know that there's a long-term vision out there, and I'm looking way beyond just what we have in today's in my wallet today.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. I'm personally investing in a technology company in crypto. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of technology companies. I'm just gonna say there's not a lot of technology companies, actually true technology companies in crypto. It's all smoke and mirrors, but true technology. Building new tech, it's hard to come by in this space. It really is.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating part, right? You know, you're out there doing good work, right? Putting new tech out there, and nobody's looking at it, right? Because you got a Pepe out there now, and it makes sense, right? People want to see price action. They want to see things move. They want to see, you know, I want to see that I'm making money, you know, today, not 18 months from now. And that's unfortunately that's just what you have to deal with, the realities in the crypto space. You know, and I'll be doing a video on that tonight. About Pepe and about, you know, why we get into these kind of things and why it's fun, right? And I can admit it's fun, it's enjoyable. Everybody's an adult, you know. These aren't small children, you know, getting into these things that are losing their money, right? Everybody understands the risk, and they're upfront about it. Yeah,
that's the
I think they
part,
do. Most people do, and if they lose money, then they want to say they didn't understand it, right? But they knew if they made money, then they clearly understood it. When they lose money, then well, I wasn't really sure about it.
That's what we run into in this space, honestly. I mean, I think people are starting to really see that, right? I mean, I think people are starting to understand, like, we know the game now, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that can be frustrating. That's why if we told people today, hey, buy Pepe, and in 18 months, you know, you're probably going to be doing pretty well, right? Nobody wants in. I don't want to wait 18 months. I want 18 minutes. I want tomorrow, right?
Yep.
That's it.
And you got to treat a meme like a meme and a utility token like a utility token, and and they're not the same, and you have to trade them very differently too. And you know, Pepe, I love Pepe. You know that I talk about it all the time. I think it brought a sense of excitement back to the cryptocurrency market that was extremely lacking for a long time because we were in this prolonged bear market that just would not. It's still here, but it's just Pepe brought this new. It brought this sense of you know, good vibes back in the cryptocurrency that, like, I remember when I first came in, the vibes were good. Like, everybody was good. Everybody was happy. Everybody was making money. That didn't happen for so long. Pepe brought that back.
Yeah, 100%.
True. It is. I know I have people asking me how to buy crypto now.
and I flooded Pepe at first. I said, this thing is gonna rug. It's not gonna be here.
Like, I ain't never doing a video.
I'll never do a video about Pepe. I'm never gonna talk about. But the more and more that this thing, you could see that this thing was different. This thing was different. You know it. I say it all the time. Like, I enjoy the happiness that this brings back to crypto. Yep. And now you see these other new memes coins coming up, and people are making money and are happy. And nobody's, well, I shouldn't say nobody, but 99% of the people in cryptocurrency aren't arguing with each other anymore. And like Austin said, the only people that are pissed are the people who didn't buy it.
Yeah. So you got influencers out there who are complaining that, you know, this is the problem with crypto. All these influencers out there talking about a crap coin that's going to get people hurt and people wrecked, and I think I saw it that way maybe a week or two ago, but I don't see it that way anymore.
Hey, I gotta interject here because I'm not. Y'all have to, bro, because I'm not a fanboy when it comes to meme coins. I really hate meme coins being a gateway into crypto for new investors that know absolutely nothing about cryptocurrency. Because if this thing explodes, it's going to hurt. It's huge. So if it pops, it's going to send pain waves across the fucking space. So I'm not gonna just sit up here and flag wave it, you know, and give it the green flag and say, oh, I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I fucking hate this because a lot of people who are getting into cryptocurrency, they're going through this gateway, and they're gonna think, hey, this is what cryptocurrency is about. You know, real quick money. You know, who gives a damn about blockchains? Who gives a damn about blue chip projects like Polygon, Algorand? You know, these ISOs, these good projects that are going to actually make the future easier for us and our kids to invest in. Who gives a shit about that, right? We just want to go into Pepe in a dog coin and in a cake coin and make a quick buck, or maybe get rubbed. Or we truly want to actually just, you know, take that and consume that and say that that's what we want people to think that crypto's about.
Those people aren't going to get in. Then those, if you don't have Pepe, those people weren't coming into crypto. Right. Because they're not doing the long research to figure out which is the best blue chip token, right? They don't have that kind of time, patience, or capacity to do the research to figure out which blue chip they're going to get into. They're only coming in because of Pepe. Otherwise, they're not coming in.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think it's easy to say that.
Money on it.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even bet my money on it because you don't know what somebody's thinking. There's no crystal ball. We can only assume. Now, I'm just coming from a traditional aspect of investing because I do come from the stock market. If I'm coming into cryptocurrency, I guarantee you, bro, I'm looking for something for longevity. I'm not coming for just a short time. Now, it could be a different situation, but I'll finish real quick because I know you guys don't agree with me on this. But I kind of want to, bring some reality to it because this thing could blow at any given freaking time. And when it does, what are we going to say then?
You're going to say it's a meme coin. That's exactly what it says on the website. It has no utility. It's very transparent.
Fun.
It's a meme coin. It's for fun.
I just saw the chart right now.
It has no utility whatsoever. Like it is putting it out there.
Is it booming? Because I don't.
It's over the twos now. It's in the twos.
Oh hell yeah, baby! My bag is.
I want to say something. I want to say something about. I want to say something
right there.
I want to say something.
You see how happy we are about this? Yeah, it's just sickening to me, man. Because in Austin, I don't want to step on you, brother, but I love crypto. I love this space, and I'm not really cool with these freaking meme coins, man. Because to me, it's a dark cloud, bro. It clouds. You know what I'm saying?
No. Crypto Lounge though, he's right because people that got burned by Doge. They're like straight up like, I don't want anything to do with crypto. So I get where you're coming from, Crypto Lounge. I do, but they got to do the research and find out about the IBMs and Microsofts and Apples of crypto. They got to do their own research and find out which ones are the blue chips as well.
I just want to add because I do agree with Crypto Lounge on a lot of things, and you actually put into perspective a couple nights ago. And without your perspective, I probably wouldn't be saying the things that I say on my video, like the video I put out today. I think it's important that you address, at least I'm addressing in every single video, about the liquidity to the wallet ratio, right? Making sure that people understand that, like, hey, dude, like, look at the liquidity. Look at how many people are crypto rich right now. They're not actually like bank rich. You don't have this in your bank, okay? But so people have to cash this out to become rich. They're just crypto rich right now. And so it's important, and I've been stressing that in every single one of my Pepe videos, even on my streams, because you put that in perspective for me. I was like, yeah, you're right, dude. We should be addressing that. I mean, there's only like roughly 13 million in liquidity, but the top, wallet 20, 19, and 18 all have 4 million each. You know what I mean? So it's like, do the math, guys. And so I think it's important that you address that, and that is something that's huge. And so I have been saying that, and I would agree with you. Like, that is a big thing that people miss out on. New people coming in here do not realize even what liquidity to market cap ratio is. They don't even know what the hell liquidity is. And so there is something that could be detrimental about this. I would agree with you on that. It could definitely hurt a lot of people in here because maybe people put $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 into this, and they're hoping for a 10x, and it's not going to happen, right? They're going to end up losing a lot of their money. We've seen this. And so you sound like everyone that literally was going after Doge and SHIB, right? I mean, that's exactly where you're at today, right? Even though at one point you were all for SHIB and Doge. You can see how we've changed our tune, right? 2 years ago, you wouldn't have been saying what you're saying today, right? Maybe you would have. I can't speak for you, but you got into crypto probably because of like some things and meme coins and just like all of us. But I would agree that this can be a stigma that's not good for crypto in any which way, especially if this goes south, and that would be detrimental to the entire crypto industry for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Well, but it's not going to go away.
Yeah,
but
it's
never going to go away.
And I say this all the time. You can have $1 million in your wallet, but until you can cash $1 million out, you're never a millionaire. Right?
It will go away if regulation comes. It will go away.
It'll just
if they regulate it to where you have to register, even if it's not a security, but you have to register as a crypto whatever, and you have to KYC with the feds and do all these kind of things just like you would if you opened up an IPO and things like that. Like, I think a lot of this shit would stop.
But
you know what I mean? If they actually create a whole nother crypto SEC type style, right? Where it's just crypto digital asset type deal.
I don't think so. I don't think it will. I think it just moves to a different platform. You get on a VPN,
when Uniswap starts getting fined, they're going to stop. There has to be, as soon as there's a negative reinforcement, things stop.
Well, I don't know how the SEC can find Uniswap.
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, hey, you need to look at, Sean, check out the Sushi Swap. Check out that case that's going on with Sushi Swap. If they lose that case, it's done. The decentralized exchanges are pretty much freaking over.
it's not just in America. I mean, usually if America makes a precedent, so if they set a precedent, usually the European Union then starts, and then it goes down, it trickles down into all these other countries that will then start. And yeah, there's going to be countries like El Salvador and Dubai and all these other countries. And that's fine. Set your VPN to that and hope you get by, right? But I mean, for the most part, a lot of us it's going to dampen down a lot of the stuff that we're facing today. You wouldn't see this. You wouldn't see this at all.
And here's the biggest misconception of what's going on with Pepe right now. Everybody thinks, oh my God, all these new people are flocking to cryptocurrency to buy Pepe. Couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah. If you look at cryptocurrency's current market cap, it's actually lower than it was last week. So new people aren't flocking to cryptocurrency to buy Pepe.
No, they're recycling. They're recycling money from projects, dude. That's all it's doing. It's just recycling projects.
Yeah, that's why all these projects are down, because they're taking their money out and they're putting it in these other projects. So this whole notion and this whole argument that, oh my God, all these new people are going to come in and get racked at Pepe because they didn't know what they were doing and they're new, and it's all smoke and mirrors. It's the same money that was in cryptocurrency before now going into Pepe. They know it exactly.
But I think what Crypto Lounge is saying is that it's not necessarily the new people coming in. It's just in general. If two wallets sell right now, two large wallets sell, and this goes down from 10 million down to 6 million or 7 million, it's going to be detrimental to a lot of people that bought it. That's what he's saying. And at that point, people are going to come out and it's going to cause a catastrophic. It's going to be a catastrophe at one point, right? If that happens, we don't know if it's going to. You can assume it's going to, and if you're not prepared for that, then you shouldn't be investing. Like, that's one thing we should keep stressing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Exactly.
And you shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't put more money in Pepe than you're willing to go to the casino and gamble with.
Yeah, people don't do that though. You know what I mean? Like look at me, dude. I don't want to spend more money, but I'll catch myself going, shit. I get a little bit of the degen itch going, and I'm like, crap, should I put a little bit more in there? Should I put a little bit more? And next thing you know, you're 30 deep, and you're like, shit, dude, I shouldn't have put 30K in that, but he did.
And I was just talking about, I think we were talking about this with Teddy last night. Is we all have that little bit of degen in us. It's fun to play around sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, everybody's got this. Some people have this whole Pepe thing like it's the worst thing in the world, and you got people out here crying about it and acting all stupid. And I'll call it for what it is, stupid. Oh my God, no. We all like to play around in the casino every once in a while.
All I know is I'm 157% up on last night's dip, and I'm sitting pretty right now. So
that's the thing though. It's so easy. It's cool because when you're winning,
you're good.
It's easy. It's so easy to say it's stupid when you're freaking winning, but when it blows up in your face, then it's not. You're not so stupid then. You know what I'm saying? It's not so fun. So you have to be careful with this. You know.
I've been in projects that have blown up. It was money that you're willing to, if you buy a meme coin or an Inu or anything like that, and you're expecting that project, you have to go in that project expecting that it's gonna blow up.
See, that's a traditional way of thinking though, Dan. See, you're a seasoned veteran.
Yes.
You know, I'm referring to people that don't know shit about crypto.
Oh, he getting rug.
That's Pepe kicking him out right now, dude. They're like, we can't hear that stuff right now. We're over the twos right now.
Pepe rugged him, but you know what? I wanted to jump in on that though. See, Crypto Lounge started by saying one thing: he's from the stock world. In fact, people from the stock world get offended when they see stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Like when I
absolutely.
Yeah. When I
GameStop, did you see the GameStop thing? GameStop was ridiculous. Dude, they came out and were literally. When was the last time you saw these hedge fund companies come out here crying? Literally, like, I can't believe these people would be taken from us. And it's like, wait a second, bro. You've been stealing from us from like how long now? And so you could see the mentality is not the same, right?
See, I bought penny stocks because it was the quickest way to make millions versus buying Tesla, which I would only own 2 or 3 shares of Tesla, right? So when people come into crypto, they may see the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, and know the security buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. But that's not sexy. That's not fun. That doesn't make you a millionaire. I put 8,000 and change into Shiba and got 400 some thousand. I couldn't have done that with Bitcoin. I wouldn't even have one Bitcoin if I did that. So I rather take a bigger risk in Pepe, understanding, yeah, I might lose it, but what if?
What's your big risk? What's your big risk?
Oh well, I did put $80, and it turned to 396, and then it dipped. I put another 900 something, so I'm at 1,000, and right now I'm looking real nice. But
exactly,
I'm willing to lose that, but I'm not gonna do like some people pull out 5,000-10,000 from a good project and go chase Pepe, and then I want to cry like Crypto Lounge said when I lose it. But like we said, it's not new people. It's a lot of us are the same people that were here in Shiba and have found another opportunity to have fun. When I jumped into this, I was talking bad about all of these when Trump and nothing that was coming out. And I called Daniel and some folks. I said, hey, Pepe Doge is out. I put $50 in it because the market is down right now. This was 2 Fridays ago. The market is down. Let's have some fun. And that $50 went to $667. I said, oh crap. So I pulled that out. I put 80 into Pepe. And so that's the fun I was having versus putting like $8,000 or whatever. And somebody called me yesterday and said, oh, why don't you sell your MMAI, put it in Pepe, and you'll double it and bring it back to MMAI, keep the profit? I said, that sounds dumb. What if I put it in Pepe and I lose it in Pepe? Now I'm out of my money in Pepe and I have no MMAI. Hell no, don't call me again.
I mean, in hindsight, right now that we know now, if you did that, I mean, you'd be up. But it's the risk you just don't know, right? I mean,
you can't take, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. So
I would never do that either. That's a terrible move. But in reality, a lot of people are like saying, you know, I can't believe that people are running from these projects, and some of these projects are getting mad because people are taking their money out. First of all, you should never get mad when somebody sells. It's the stupidest thing in the world. But anyways, it's okay, because if you're a good project and you're a solid project and you know what you stand for and you know where you're going and you have a solid team and you have solid utilities, you'll be there in the end. You'll be there in the end, and people will buy back into you. The only projects that should be worried right now are the projects that weren't going to make it. This just made your exit out of crypto a little bit quicker, because you weren't going to make it anyways. So you're just leaving a little bit quicker because people are leaving your project. That's all it did.
That's a good point.
You know, one thing you guys are right about it being like not new, because you can look at the chart and you can tell that they're not new, because you can see the projects that are suffering from people selling their, you know, Polygon or whatever and moving to the meme coin. So you're right about that. You can see it clearly on the chart.
When Matic can't stay above $1 and Bone can't stay above $1, and all the rest of these top 10, top 50 cryptos are getting smashed because people are taking their money away from them and moving them, it's not new people.
Yeah, and those people know better, right? And those people are already seasoned enough to know that they took money out of a good project and they put it in a meme coin, and if they lose that money, they're probably not going to cry about it.
Or maybe
you know what? And they're not going to be able to come back to Polygon or Ethereum or Algorand. You know what I'm saying? If you think about those Polygon devs, think about the Polygon devs. You think they like this shit? I guarantee you they're pissed off about it.
Or maybe they're smart enough. Or maybe they're smart enough where they just took their profits.
Okay, but y'all see, this is how dangerous it is. Somebody just sold 101 Ethereum. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. You know, but and that's gonna happen. And Dan, y'all hear you, bro.
That was a bot. That was a wash trade.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But say don't get me started on the bots. I ain't even gonna go there though. But again, you know,
maybe this bot has made 11
11
ETH, bro. 11 ETH.
Yeah, even higher.
Dude, the front runners are making a killing, man. I mean, but
they are.
No, just to Daniel's point though, man. It's really a dynamic situation. You know, you can look at it 2 different ways. You can hate it, you can love it, or you can just fucking play the game 3 different ways. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But I just, you know, and guys, I hope you see where I'm coming from. You know, because I am in the same space as you are. So Yeah. Because I played the game. I played it with Shiba, bro. I made a ton of money off Shiba, and I didn't even know Shibarum was coming. We didn't know. None of us knew.
Dude,
bro, you see the price? We don't hear what you're saying, bro. The price is killing it. After the 100 what? That the bot bought
oh
it
my
back.
god,
We
dude. We've had two
high,
back-to-back buys of 33 ETH and 22 ETH. Those are not bots.
Killing it right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
No. Well, I mean, think about what the guy. Now, I know you guys don't really like the guy that was in Daniel and Waddy's face the other day, but you remember what he said. He did say that there's going to be some huge buys from a group overseas, and it's kind of like, no, somebody said it wasn't a bot. I'm confused. Is it a bot or what?
No, these 33. There was a purchase that just came in for 33 and 22, and those were not bots.
They're more bots.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to leave that space.
I don't
for that
know.
Dude.
Well, yeah, no, Sean, he was, but you know what? What he said was going to happen is actually happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
those front-running bots, dude. These are where it's at, dude. I mean, he's made 11 in the last since his first transaction. He's made 49 transactions, and he's up there. That bot is up almost 12 ETH just off of front-running people, dude. That's insane.
But I hear what you're saying, Crypto Lounge, and I respect it. But I just think that there's different ways. There's just two different ways of trading. You got to know the difference. And if you don't think for a minute that these lower market cap tokens that you're invested in, that they're not getting pumped with some sort of fake pump, you're fooling yourself, right? Every chart's getting pumped, right? So you run this risk no matter what. You run a risk no matter what lower, like Polygon's not, pumping their charts. And Bone and them guys aren't pumping their charts. But every low market cap token is pumping their charts. Yeah. And if you don't think that the first 10 wallets in any project that's low market cap can destroy a project, you're blind.
Yeah. And I
learn.
Crypto Lounge, I a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was 100% on your side on everything that you're saying. And I still respect it, and I agree to a certain extent. But those people who are new, if we're going to talk about new people coming into crypto, there's generally one reason they're coming in, right? And that's to make money, because they heard you can make money. They heard a story of some dude, buying SHIB, back in the day, and he's a multi-billionaire. So they're coming in. So they're looking for those projects. If they look at the charts, they know any blue chip right now hasn't done squat, in over a year. Like all of my entire bag of crypto at this point, 95% is in blue chips, is in ISO tokens and all that, and they've done absolutely nothing for me.
They might as well be stable coins.
Yeah. So so when they come in and they're looking at that stuff, they're going to be like, well, I'm gonna take my $500 and I'm gonna put it over here in Pepe or whatever the new thing is, and see if I can't make something out of it. And so I kind of turn my thinking around, and I don't normally give people credit, right? I'm usually a pessimist, right? Most people are idiots. But most people also are adults, and they understand. If they go to Pepe website and it says, look at, beware, this is just a meme coin. There is no utility here. I think the average human can understand what that means. And so that's kind of why I'm looking at it a little different. And I also am looking at it from the fact that it's way more fun to talk about that than just to talk about XRP and a lawsuit and banks going under and all this other negativity, that we've been doing for this last year. I'll be honest, about a week ago, I was about ready to just close up my YouTube channel because I just couldn't take it anymore. And it's so boring and dull to continue to talk about the same stuff over and over and over again and have it literally go nowhere other than down, at this point. So, Pepe, I'm like, you know what? I'll take a look at it. I'm not for it. It makes crypto look bad and all these negative things. But unfortunately, if it's not for that, people are leaving crypto anyway because it's going.
You're right about the website. I get about the literature, but 3/4 of the people that are invested in that situation have never and probably will never go to that website and see that disclaimer. And about stop signs, right? That there's a stop sign on every corner. How many people run that stop sign when it clearly says stop? I mean, this is what I'm saying. That mentality is crazy right now in crypto.
I get it, but I also am going to let people be responsible for their own actions, right? And if you didn't go in and do any research whatsoever, quite honestly, you deserve to lose your money.
No, that's why we got to stop. That's why we got to stop blaming us.
Yeah.
All of us on the panel, all the people coming in here. If they're coming back and saying it's because you talked about it, it's like, no, it's because you bought it, you dummy. Like, I mean, like, when do we finally say it's not us, it's you, dude? Just because we talked about it doesn't mean anything, man. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Look at the price again. Woo.
I'm not taking responsibility.
I know,
I want to answer
Damn.
James Minton for a minute. If y'all
I'm not going to.
Yeah, let's answer this question.
Hey, James, I see you were asking about the you revealed your property. Now what? And Finn answered you, but let me add to that. What the plan is, the marketplace, where you're actually gonna mint your property, or if the team drops it to you when the blockchain comes out, then we will have a marketplace and all the properties will be on the marketplace. So that's where others can come and choose to lease your property, or if you want to go out and try to find some companies to rent it from you once the team comes up with how that's going to happen. Or if you want to put something on your property yourself, let's say you have a billboard and you want to put an ad on there, the team will have a place that will take care of that. You will deal with them, submit all your stuff for approval, and they will take care of everything. If it's a third party, they will deal with the third party for putting whatever it is that's approved on that billboard, or build out that store, or whatever needs to be done. So all you do is just own it. You own the property, and you will interact with whoever it is regarding, I guess Austin said, if you approve whoever it is that wants to put whatever in your property, you got to approve that. So you will have a communication with that marketing team to make sure whatever is being put in your property, you're okay with it. And so, yes, there will be a place for that. You don't have to worry about you dealing with it yourself. Austin, I don't know if you want to add to that.
I think you're good, man. I think you say it pretty good. So,
Austin, I gotta tell you, this buffalo chicken wrap that I got right here, this joint is the bomb.
Are you gonna advertise it on your billboard?
You gonna mukbang this, like live mukbang it right now?
Listen, Austin, and they take this wrap at this little deli. They take this. I don't know. It's almost like a pizza wrap, and then they bake it, and that's your wrap. Oh, man,
I do want to go to New York and eat a lot of pizza and things there.
Look at that. Look at that.
That looks boring, bro.
Let me make it look bigger.
Look at that, Daniel. Space Chick been on here for 2.5 hours.
I know, dude. We got to get ready. I got to get ready for the game, bro. I got to get ready for the game. I'm sweating right now. I got a lot of things going on, right?
Now I want to eat. I need a thumb.
Yo. Cheers.
Look at him. You know what? Y'all know what? Look at that. What did he say?
Chicken muffinu.
That's the new coin, huh?
Yeah, chicken muffin.
Zero taxes, baby.
0 in, 0 out. Zebra. We're gonna have cat.
Chicken wrap NFTs.
Everyone's asking me to launch that at Muff token, dude. There's no way.
We want that Muff token. I bet you we get 100x out of that, Austin.
Pepe. Right after Pepe, you should launch that. It would be as hot as Pepe.
I bet you we get 100x out of that.
I got to get a couple of the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs people on board and the ship just to make sure that we can get these numbers. You know what I mean?
Put 800 on that bad boy. Let's go.
Not 80, 800. Oh shit, that's funny.
No. But I don't know.
You said I'd buy it. I hear it has no gas. Like not with like Grumpy Cat or something like that. Grumpy Cat token. Watch, there's gonna be some crazy stuff coming out now.
There already is. I mean, like we're seeing Peepo, which sounds creepy. I mean, like there's some weird ones. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, like
the
bong.
Hey, did you guys hear about that Jugs token? The one the actual Dev actually tweeted that what she was gonna do with the money after she rugged it or some shit.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah. Falchon was like, he was on top of it. I was checking it out. I mean, she literally basically told everybody what she was going to do, and she did it.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, that's crazy. And it was a female. Come on, girls. Damn
No
it.
more female devs.
No more. That's it. You just done blew it for the rest of us, girl.
Hey, and I mean jugs. I mean, it was called jugs. Okay.
Oh my god. See? No. No.
This
No,
season, man,
ma'am.
hey,
Whoever
you know,
that was, no, ma'am.
New season is to have fun, and when Moon comes out, the whole space, like Sean said, the whole space is fun. Everybody listening and folks who listen later, you have to know we're having fun. You gotta add the amount you're willing to lose. If you don't lose it, great, that's a bonus. But like Daniel said, you basically walk into the casino, you put it. I put 50 on 23. It spun around and it gave me Steph Curry 30, and I made 669 on it.
Yeah, I mean, you see how we're all laughing and joking, right?
Yep.
But that's because we're playing in the casino, right? We're playing with house money, right? And and that's how it's got to be. You can't be pulling good money to go to meme projects. You know, you keep your real money in your blue chips, and you keep your play money in your memes and your enus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know how to put 150 in Pepe, right?
What?
You know Crypto Lounge put 150 in Pepe.
Oh, you know.
Hey, man. Hey, come on now. You know what would be crazy? I'm gonna tell you what would blow my mind. You know, Dr. Rob, you crazy, bro. Crazy. What would blow my mind is if Pepe actually grew some utility legs, and they actually planned out a roadmap, and it developed, kind of like shifted. That would blow me away. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God! Look at the price now. This thing's going crazy.
Dude, 700% up in the last 7 days. 700% up in the last 7 days.
How about the last 10 minutes? We hit the 2, and now we're at 2144, and possibly if she closes at midnight, we might be in the 4s.
Yo, Crypto Lounge, Waddy might be changing his PFP.
Hey, Daniel, I was just thinking about that, bro. He better go ahead and get a picture ready, man, and
21
change his name, bro. You know, I think
2173.
Hey, Dr. Rob, man, you need to calm down, man.
Hey, Chris, you need to calm down. You sure you want to drop a quick 150 on that before we go higher?
Hey, see, this is crazy, man. Y'all gotta make I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
We gotta teach you.
I'm not gonna do it.
We gotta teach you a little bit about the Pepe.
See, I'll be going against all my principles. I'm not going to do it. And while I'm saying this, I'm actually clicking the button. No, I'm just playing.
Man, Crypto Lounge, you know you got in at 601.
Hey, Daniel, see, you keep telling my business, man. I thought we had to talk about this, bro. But you know what? Listen, I want to say, bro, for those of you who did, especially Chaka, man, because I think Chaka got in, at a decent time too. Bro.
He's way higher.
Yeah, bro. I think he's looking at like $2,000 right now. Congratulations to Chaka, all you guys, man. I know Austin, he's picking out a Denali. What, tomorrow, bro? What are we doing?
I saw that.
I don't know if I'm gonna. Like I said, I've been shopping. I've been shopping for a couple weeks on it. It's not just because of Pepe. I'm just saying that it might just go towards the down payment. You know what I'm
saying? Congratulations, though, seriously.
Pepe, buddy.
I told Dr. Crypto how much I put into it. We actually bought at the same time, and then I bought again yesterday. Yeah, so I was sitting pretty. And I originally had at when this thing was down at when it was down in the it was what was it 6033. What did we buy it at, Dr. Crypto? Was it like 6031 or some shit like that?
No.
That's when I first bought it, dude. When I first bought it, it was in the twos. It was 29. 60 is 29. And I bought it at 6031, and I put $2,500 in there. But I ended up only making like $800, and I cashed out I cashed it all out and just left my $800 in there. And then I've ride and died that thing the whole way, dude. So
that 800 has looked real good.
It's pretty legit so far, dude.
He would be looking mucho bueno right now.
Oh, dude, if I would have not touched that 2,500, I'd be sitting on like I don't know, probably close to like 50K.
Yeah.
Anna's a degen. She's a degen at heart. Look at her. She's like, it was two. She knows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fed probably made them cash out. Like,
She probably
She
did.
does. It actually, if it was her. She'll admit to that because she was like, "It's crashing. You better cash out." And I was like, "Shit, it sort of is." And I ended up taking some profits. And also I was like, "Shit, I should have done that."
That was my bad.
Yo,
No, but you did the right thing, bro. You did the right thing.
He didn't.
You
would
did.
have 50K.
So that was my bad.
Crypto Lounge, I tell you like this.
She says, "Hey, at least she owns it." I'll give her that.
She is. She's owning it.
Crypto Lounge, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. I wish I didn't FUD Pepe in its early stages too, because I'd probably be up a whole hell of a lot more than I am now. But you know, we all got to get there somewhere. It took some people a long time to get in the SHIB too, in Doge, and they missed a couple zeros on as they were not really confident in it. And you'll get there with Pepe too. Don't worry.
No, y'all gonna like intervene me into that shit. You know what? Honestly, bro, it's too late. For me, it's too late. You know, even if I wanted to get in, I wouldn't. I feel like it's just too late, bro. It's the bust. Even if I was thinking that way.
Were you late?
It went down to 6083, and then
that's where I got in.
It's never too late for a good time.
I hit that dip.
That was a pretty juicy dip. I have to admit, that was a pretty juicy dip.
I'm bouncing off. I got a game to attend. I'm getting nervous. So
I gotta. Oh, you know what? That BB NFT drop. They gotta come to MMAI Pure World. I'm gonna talk to Crypto Equip. They gotta advertise that NFT project they got in the metaverse for real. It's so legit. It's so nice.
Base chick, don't forget about me with the NFT project.
I got you.
I want to say something real quick. Yeah. So the talk on Twitter right now is that Pepe had to move to a multi-sig wallet, and usually when you move to a multi-sig wallet, it's because you usually have a big exchange coming up. So people are thinking it's Binance. I just want to put it out there. Like that's probably why this thing's running right now. Is because people are throwing Binance out there like left or right on Twitter.
But CZ didn't say no.
So I gotta ask you guys, man. If it goes on Binance, if this thing gets listed on Binance, what is that market cap looking like, bro?
6
I mean, what do y'all think?
6 billion.
Damn, that's crazy.
I think
10x from right now. I'm gonna call
it's
it.
already
If it gets on Binance, it's gonna
billion.
get on Coinbase. It's gonna be a 10x from right now.
Almost $1 billion right
It's
now.
over 900 million right now. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? When I looked at it, it was like 500.
Yeah.
900 million, 919 million right now.
It was
Market
at
cap.
150 million, and I didn't.
Dude, I just dropped a video. I just dropped a video at 4 p.m. 2 hours ago, and it was in that video was 750 million, and now it's almost at 921 million.
And it's not even listed yet. So you're talking. You saying 9 billion? That is fucking ludicrous, bro.
Hey, did his tone change? Is it me or did his tone change?
Yeah. No, I said 10x at 750 million, so it's a 7.5 billion. I've already bought in on this. Like I'm waiting for SHIB levels, dude. When it gets to 60 or 50 billion, and then at that point we've all 100x. You know when we bought.
Well, I mean, you know the criteria. You know what they look for. Look at I'm looking at this volume. That shit is insane, bro.
Yo,
this is right when they get listed. This is right when they get listed. Go back and look at SHIB days, man.
Crypto Lounge, man, get your ETH out. Go ahead, get in. Ride this thing with us.
Hey, you know what? You, Daniel, you and Dr. Rob, y'all are bad, man. Y'all are so bad, man.
I'm out.
All right, Austin.
I don't want you to be on stream with us later on Crypto Lounge talking about, damn, I missed that thing. It was SHIB and I missed it, and look at you guys up here sitting in your nice stuff, and I was like, I don't want to hear it. I want the best for you, man.
So you basically telling me to create a burner wallet. That's what I need to create a burner wallet. Now I'm gonna label it not Crypto Lounge.
Yeah, create a burner wallet. Go ahead and get in, and just don't tell nobody. But you gonna ride the wave with us, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Bring it back.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, man. I have bad luck with this. If I get in it, it's coming down, baby. It's coming down.
No, since we've been talking about it, it's been going up. Crypto.
Crypto Lounge.
Listen to Space Chat. You're bad too.
Crypto Lounge. I'm just gonna tell you this.
We'll send you $50. Don't come in.
Crypto Lounge. I'm gonna tell you this. The Crypto Smith is in it.
Yeah, I heard. You know what? Sean snuck that in. I heard that.
I did. I got in. Yes, I got in on the dip yesterday.
You have utility man in Pepe. How the hell you ain't in there?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you guys are bad. You guys are so bad.
You have a utility man in Pepe, and you ain't in there, and you still holding on to your morals.
So technically, I'm being shamed. I am being officially shamed.
Crypto Lounge. Sometimes you gotta kick your morals to the side and just do what's right.
It's bear market.
Well, you know what? Well, I swear to God.
Like Pan says, I'm gonna pray for you.
I need some prayers, man, because it's peer pressure, man. I feel like I'm in junior high again. Damn it.
You got the king of utility that just got into Pepe. Why you still hanging on to your morals?
Yeah, you got a point.
Yep.
You got a point. When Sean said that, I almost ran off the road. I was like, what? What the hell?
Yeah, I did it. I had to do it. I mean, I thought about it. I didn't want to in the beginning. I was fudding it as well. But I'm like, you know what? I mean, why not? Let's have a little fun. Let's throw a little money at the casino and see what happens.
Bring it back home. Whatever blue chips you want, bring it back home.
You know what, man? If Binance missed this thing, it's going out of stratosphere. If Binance missed this thing.
If Binance listed, it's going to go out of the stratosphere. Where are you going to be?
Well, you know, hey, see, God dog it, boy. Y'all make it hard for a brother, man.
They're going hard on you.
They're gonna make me pull this truck over and click this MetaMask button. That's what they're gonna make me do.
I'm just asking a legitimate question. Now, if you're gonna sit here and say it's going out of the stratosphere, where are you at?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna be on the shuttle with it, baby.
There we go.
No, I don't know. I just, I think it's too late. For me, so I wish I could have caught it at around 4 mil. Oh my God! If I could have caught it at 4 mil, I wouldn't have. It'd be a different story. But
it's not too late, Crypto Lounge. You just gotta risk less. If you were gonna put 5,000, just put 4,999.
So.
See, Dr. Crypto, he's a seasoned veteran. He got it down to a science.
So let me ask you this too, Crypto Lounge.
Dr. Crypto.
If you had the ability to make a couple $100, are you going to turn it down?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I mean, obviously, we money rules. We need money, in this world. So of course.
So you may be too late for that 10x. You may be too late for that 1,000x. But are you too late to make $5,000-$6,000, or is that just no money to you?
And that's crazy that you even say it like that, bro. We're looking at almost $1 billion market cap, and there's still potential. From what you just said, that means there's still potential for even more. That is mind blowing for a meme coin, bro. This is like crazy.
I just want to know how much money for you, Crypto Lounge, is a little bit of money.
But hey, listen, money's money, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need that money.
But you ain't up here talking like money, because you give money.
I got other things going on, brother. This kind of scares me, man. Because think about it, you're looking at almost $1 billion. If there's any nefarious stuff, now that multi-sig, moving to the multi-sig, that does kind of change my perspective. What Austin just left us with, it kind of changed my perspective a little bit. I'm not gonna lie
to you. We got you.
What'd you say?
We got you.
No. Hey, there was no mention of any. Now let me be clear. Let me clear my throat a little bit. Now there was no mentioning of any multi-sig wallet up to this point. That kind of changes my perspective, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bill Clinton, what did you say about Monica Lewinsky? We didn't hear you.
See, Dr. Rob.
Rob, did you hear?
He just called me Bill Clinton.
Something about things about the change. When Pepe video, Crypto Lounge?
Now see, that's a whole different set of boundaries, man. Man.
Rob, did you just
Hey,
hear
we
Bill
just got
Clinton
a
in the
dip.
room?
We got a dip from 22.45 to 20.67. That's a dip, bro. You should jump on it right there.
You
27.
better pull the truck over.
Well, but I mean, that multi-sig movement, man, that's different, That's kind of different, bro. And then if they get on Binance, oh my God, here we go, all the way through we're going through the Van Allen belt. You know what I mean?
You know if they get on Binance, crypto.com is right behind it. That's what happened with SHIB.
Yeah. This is kind of really crazy that we're sitting there talking about this. This is like a meme coin, bro.
No, I love it, man. This
broke all the
is
rules.
Yep, this is Shiba.
No, it did. It did.
Bear market. Thank you, Lord. Let's bring this.
Yep.
In a bear market.
Is crypto lounge buying tonight or tomorrow?
No,
Yeah.
he's gonna pull over.
know?
I'm not saying he's gonna do it tonight. He's gonna watch the chart and wait for that little bit of dip, and he's in.
Hey, the multi-sig doesn't make it a whole lot easier. I may have already bought it while I was driving,
Oh shit!
Damn.
My man said the multi-sig makes it a lot easier. But I may have already bought it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can swallow that pill a little bit more easier, man.
You mean you that's that moral thing. You rested on your morals and you got one shred of.
Yeah.
That's good. We good, man. Thank you.
It's one of those thin, like sewing needle threads. It's that thin. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we just hit another high. 23.41, and then it dropped. 23.41, another high. But
God, see now I feel dirty. I feel dirty right now.
That's what I said.
But you know what, Crypto Lounge? Every once in a while, it feels good to go to that corner bar and drink out of that dirty glass and just hang out and remember, you know what? This is okay too.
$11 million in liquidity.
Bro, I have to tell you, man, this is one of those charts you sit back with a beer, with a nice cold mug, and you just kind of check it out, man.
I'm getting me some Diesel Rono on the rocks tonight to watch this chart.
I'm over here minting a Bear and Bull NFT right now while y'all are looking at that chart too.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to be in that space, aren't you?
These are good. Yep. I'd grab one if I were y'all too. These go for like $500.
Space Chick, are you supposed to be in that space that they're minting tonight?
Oh no. I told them I wasn't gonna be able to because I was chilling with y'all. I haven't been able to hang out with y'all for a good minute.
I'm going up $900 since we got on here.
Dang, no way.
This is nice.
Hold on.
So you guys know that there's been like athletes, baseball players, some NFL players that have invested in Pepe. So a lot of celebrities as well.
What?
But you know what though? All this we're saying, I need to say one thing. There's not enough liquidity. If the top few wallets sell, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yep, that's the thing right there.
$11 million of liquidity is probably 2 top wallets done.
Listen. That's why I hold mine on the centralized exchange.
Yep.
Because I can buy and sell.
Oh, these are going so fast, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know this mint. It's already 176 out of 333 of them. Oh my goodness.
Yo, I got.
Oh yeah. Hey, you gotta put. Hey, Space Chick, can you put that link in the chat? Let me check that out.
Yeah.
Even if they gave it for like $10 right now, these people are so focused on Pepe, they didn't even hear you.
Space Chick, I gotta get out of here.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming, Daniel. I gotta space nap you again, and I'll talk to Crypto Equip, okay, about this project right here.
Yeah, I love that project. I sat in a couple spaces.
Oh, you're so awesome. Yeah, I saw you up in there. They're a good project, man. They're really good people. It's a very good dev. I'm happy. Here y'all go. It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
They seem like they were on top of it. Like they had a good game plan.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah, they're not messing around. Like their NFTs have been staying up. So, but yeah, yo, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm so excited
Daniel
for.
Made you starving, yo. So
I know, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's dinner time.
I'll put this right.
I gotta tell you,
it was great. Let's do this again after headquarters, yo.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's been so long since I've been in a space cabin. It felt so good to be back. Sean, I can't wait to come back to where you're at over there. And it's just I took a break from like going and out and streaming on people's channels and stuff, and I'm back. But it's been really great being in the space cabin again. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
Thank y'all so much.
No, absolutely.
We got to hit your channel, Daniel.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back with Crypto Smith. I can't wait to get back into the lounge either. And man, listen, my subs are up. I'm almost monetized, guys.
Woo,
Yeah.
good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should have the 4,000 hours. We're just waiting on maybe 100 something subs. So
Yep.
let's get those subs going.
So I had to take some time. I had to really concentrate on that. So appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Appreciate it. And I can't wait to be back hanging out with you guys on these lives, because this is where we have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
Absolutely.
was fun tonight, y'all. Thanks so much for coming on by the Space
Thank you
Cabin. This
for
was a
doing
lot of fun. I really enjoyed each and every one of y'all.
But I'm out. I got
All right.
All right.
See
Bye.
you.
Me
All
too.
right, everybody. You need to sub to the
Take it easy,
channel.
bro.
If you like anything that you saw tonight, go ahead and sub, like the stream, follow these guys on their Twitter. I'm going to leave all their links in the description box below. All of them who were up in here. There was a bunch. There was a bunch of information and knowledge given tonight. So I hope all y'all were taking notes. And yeah, it was a good time. Thanks y'all for coming on by.
Thanks,
Thank
Patrick.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right, everybody, be safe. Take care of yourself. And it was so much fun. Thank you.
Get your purchase in.
Yeah, hurry up, Loud.
Yeah, don't forget about that store. We got a deal, Mr. Rob.
I got you,
Yeah.
bro. I don't go back
It's
on my
on
word.
here.
I'm
All right,
deal
brother.
with Crypto Smith before you, though, but I got you.
I always see. Well, I swear, here comes the DM. Here it comes. All right, Space Chick, you be safe. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.